Gear Mondays, the greatest Metal Gear podcast ever.
I don't agree with you.
Releasing on Monday, every Monday.
How did you patch into my radio frequency?
Stinks in here. Bad.
Ladies, gearsmen, babies, and gentlethems, you're listening to Metal Gear Mondays, the Games Club podcast covering all things Metal Gear from top to bottom, left to right, inside and out. As sometimes I'm your host, Alessio Summerfield, and this week, there's my Hajil. I'm joined by Lily on the right.
That was the dumbest fucking joke. It didn't make any goddamn sense. Everybody was confused when you first started saying it, and we're talking about Snatcher Part 2. But the more you said it, the more it pierced my psyche. And now all that remains, where my Hajil's at.
Where my Hajil's at. Yeah, for anyone
right
coming
here.
to this from the not having listened to the Snatcher season, I apologize. That joke will have a conclusion in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Chad Betteridge is also joining us.
Oh, je suis Hajil. Hello. Really happy to be here talking about this video game for the next 3 months or whatever.
Hell yeah. Chad's favorite game.
That's
Je
my
suis
favorite
Hajil,
game. Number one.
Hajil Hebdo.
Yeah.
No, not Hebdo.
Chad loved it so much he had to play it. What is it? City So Nice that had to name it twice. Chad
That's it.
loved it so much.
This is my third Kojima game after Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding, which is insane. That's an insane first three. That makes no sense. What was I doing?
Yeah. We'll get into it. This is going to be a fun one. Nice.
Charlie Hebdo backwards is odd bear, real rack. Just in case you.
Yo, that's bad. I like that.
It's better than random Hajil.
I don't know. That's hard to top.
Modar.
If you know what I'm
Where
saying.
where my odd bears at, man?
Oh yeah. This is my favorite Hideo Kojima game. Spoiler.
Hell yeah.
Policenauts.
I'm just gonna say this. I
I had to get that out of my system. I'm sorry.
It's like a Beastie Boys lyric.
I think it hit Lily on the delay.
No, man.
Yes, this week we're talking
Never
about
mind.
Policenauts. But before we do that,
Well, let police not.
Oh. Ah, damn.
A Cab in Space. But this week's sponsor is Thomas Moose.
Not a cop.
Not a cop.
Very cool guy.
Think.
I don't think so.
Certainly not a space cop.
No.
Lily, how can other people sponsor this show on a future episode?
Well, you can head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/Metal Gear Mondays, where we have various tiers at which you can subscribe and patronize the business that we are peddling, which is podcasts and entertainment for your ears and sometimes eyes, if you're lucky. $1 a month will get you access to the Discord channel, where we've got a lot of cool things and conversations fucking happening, man. It's woo, $5 a month. Well, thank you. We'll get you access to the Patriot Club, which is our bonus monthly podcast. We had to do a little bit of a pivot because of like a bunch of scheduling stuff. So what we said was going to be the podcast was not. So the most recent episode was me, Chad, and guest host Alex Hill jumping in to talk about the Kendrick Lamar versus Aubrey Graham beef that occurred this fucking 2 years ago at this point, but it's still extremely relevant to our hearts.
Turn up my
minds,
boing.
and bodies. Turn up my boing. Indeed, there it is.
Turn up my
Yeah.
boing.
I
I can't hear my boing.
I can't hear my boing. So we talked about that. We do promise, so we're saving the subject that was voted on, so the next episode will be the first childhood crushes. But we didn't want to like do that without including everybody.
Fictional character.
Fictional character crushes, not celebrity crushes.
You know
It could
what?
be-
The next episode after that could be just us talking about real people and saying their full names. The first person that we like.
Social security numbers. Like,
Yeah, of course.
credit
Yeah, what
cards,
Lily is
credit-
alluding to, if it has not been made clear, is that at the $5 tier, not only do you get access to the Patriot Club, which is our non-Metal Gear sponsor-only podcast, but you can also vote. And so there are votes with multiple options each month, and the one that won the most recent poll is first fictional character crush.
So that is the case. You can also vote on those polls if you subscribe at the $10 tier, but what you get there as well as video. So video includes access to this. So if you're $10 tier, thank you. You're watching us right now. And that is also video of the Patriot Club as well. And of course, as alluded to, you get to sponsor the podcast. So we draw a random name from a hat every episode, and that person at the $10 tier sponsors the podcast. And as Alessio said, Thomas Moose was our sponsor today.
I wish I had a moose sound effect on the soundboard.
Like a moose noise?
Yeah. Like a moose.
What do you guys think a moose knuckle sounds like?
A moose knuckle sounds like.
Yeah.
Turn on my boing.
No, turn down my boing. Turn the boing down as far down to the depths of hell as you can possibly take it.
Let the boing watch.
Oh no. Turn down for boing.
I humbly request let the boy watch addition to this.
I love that. I love that line. And
Let the boy watch. I feel it in my plums.
nice. Before we get further, though, we should tell people where they can find us so we can just get into the action and cut loose. Lily, where can people find you online?
You can find me on the internet, linktree.com/LilianaDawn, where you can find all of my stuff. I'm at the top of my game on all of those various places. I'm not at the top of my game today. So check me out there instead.
Turn off the podcast and go.
Turn off the podcast. Go listen to my other podcasts. Just fucking leave me alone.
If you're on the
man. I'm not
road,
doing
roll your
great.
window down, throw your phone out the window, and keep driving.
If you're on the
And
road,
driving.
roll your car.
Yeah, drive
Do it,
off of
pussy.
You won't, bitch. We cannot be held liable for any car accidents that occur.
Yeah, not at
after.
all. That's let me call my lawyer and let her know ahead of time. Chad, where can people find you?
They can find me at linktree.com/kilometers Davis, kilometers spelled the Beyonder way, METRES.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Where can they find, you have a lady lawyer?
Yeah.
Alessio?
Why not?
Woke, gay.
I'm such a feminist, I intrinsically believe all women. She doesn't even have a law license. No, I'm kidding. Bar card. I met her in a bar. Does that count?
Oh my god! Look at my lawyer, bro. I'm going to jail. Where can people find you, Alessio?
People can find me pretty much wherever with at Alessio Made That, or you can go to alessiosummerfield.com.
What's your female lawyer's email address?
Oh shit! I mean, I don't want to. She's like, why do I keep getting emails now?
What's your female lawyer's ASL and social security number?
Your client keeps glazing Kojima, and I've had about enough of it.
Well,
I'd like to talk to her about accusations of hypersexuality, please.
Yeah, look.
Well,
We're
not
trying
being
to
on
not
that
be
one.
hypersexual, but these games this season keep fucking pulling it out of us.
It is impossible. I will say, just as a precursor, and before Another thing I want to say is that if you would like
fuck
to
it.
help us, fuck it. If you don't have any money to support the show, a great way you can help us to review the podcast and tell people about it and have them review it as well, which is a great
Yes,
time
please.
to bring that up. That's a great time to bring this up. So please do that. I will say, maybe more than any time before on this podcast in its storied 10 plus year history, have I just been, like the least horny I've ever been playing a Hideo Kojima video game or any other video game otherwise.
What's the horniest you ever were?
Metal Gear Solid 2.
Of course.
Obviously.
Oh my god!
All those lines about driving
No,
home from
no.
work.
It was actually Castlevania.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw some comment somewhere. I can't remember what the fuck it was, which, by the way, the Facebook fan group for Metal Gear Solid is the most unhinged place on the internet. But somebody
Yeah.
said something along the lines of, like, I'm glad that Silent Hills didn't happen because Kojima Productions would fuck up Silent Hill the way they fucked up Castlevania. And I'm like,
Damn.
okay. That's a weird take, dude.
That's a
But
really
I
weird
don't
take.
know. I don't know that I would blame Castlevania getting fucked up on Kojima Productions so much. I blame.
Yeah,
it
I'm
on
pretty sure
fucking
Kojima just, like,
Mercury's
co-signed on
team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Mercury's team. Mercury's team had a new game recently, and it was so mid.
I mean, I kind of think that's
How mid was it?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. How?
Yeah. How big was it? Oh, no.
It's just like the silence after I said it was so mid. It was just deafening. So I had to do
Yeah, of
something.
course. Speaking of mid, Lily, do you want to sing us into our next section of the show?
Yeah. I want to talk about our new favorite segment. Walking in the light with a man that's white. And Lily's white victim for today is gonna be, if you can even believe it,
I can't.
Alessio
Oh,
Summerfield.
shit. All right.
What
Curveball.
happened last time, you son of a bitch?
Well, last time, Nick and I confronted Jeremy Blaustein. We cornered him, and we said,
Confronted is crazy.
why the fuck is Gillian so horny?
Yeah.
No, legitimately, we
Yeah.
did ask him that question. It was a very fun conversation. You should go back and listen to it. And yeah, I think other than that, we covered Snatcher. And speaking of Snatcher, I have a follow-up on our Suda51. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Stature.
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 The stage.
Stature.
Jamie. Stature.
You
What
just
you
sounded
doing, my
like
veins?
you sounded like what's his name, Maniscalco. What is that guy's name? Do you know what I'm talking about? The Italian stand-up guy, Sebastian Maniscalco.
Sebastian Mascalano or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Sure, that's it.
Anyway, you sounded just like him.
Fucking-
Somebody got there.
What's his name? Salvatore Toscanini.
Oh, dude. We'll get into it.
NYPD's
But
finest.
if you go to Snatcher,
NYPD's finest,
NYPD's
Salvatore
finest.
Toscanini.
I really wish it was Salvatore Ganacci.
Oh my god.
But speaking of Suda51's radio drama prequel to Snatcher that we discussed in Snatcher Part 1, episode
Yeah.
250, I think, right? Yes?
Yeah,
No.
I think
Snatcher
so.
Part 2 is
250. 249. Part 2 is
Yeah, Part 1 is
Part 1 is
249.
249.
Yeah. Anyway, it's called Snatcher, but the N is a D. But if you go to SDATCHER, Stature.net,
Stature.
the wonderful people who
Stature.
translated the game we're talking about for the rest of the season translated the radio drama. It's 7 acts. You can listen to the whole thing. And it's a prequel to Snatcher, and it's Kojima approved. So if you want to check that out, do that. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty much it. Anybody want to talk about anything before we dive into this game?
Yeah, I got something to say. It's like, you want to crack myself up. If you're at $10, you can crack up with me too. Boobs are fucking crazy, man, because I keep on like catching myself in the thing, and it's just like I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I got tits now, and that's pretty sick. But also like
Keep Jonathan away.
look Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's gonna grab me. But no, he won't. Unfortunately, my city's famous for him. But we'll talk about that later. My hand.
That's what Jonathan's
That's what's gonna
say.
happen to Jonathan Ingram, man. But it's just like looking at the screen and just like looking up and just seeing like the word pizza with a fucking beaver and pizza just like fucking stretched out. It's just I didn't even think about the fucking consequences of this t-shirt.
Word.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Let's talk about these fucking biovestites.
Oh no.
You mean
got
transgenders?
That's not what I got.
It depends on the version that you're playing.
Yeah, it depends on the version.
Depends on the version, baby. I fucking hate this video game.
Cool. Yeah. So we are talking about Policenauts, July 29th, 1994's NEC PC 9821, or just the PC 98, Policenauts, directed by Hideo Kojima. Just for anybody who's unaware, so the PC 98 is just the name. It's much like, which I found out today, it's much like the 3DO. So it's like the spec of a machine, but like anybody can make the machine. So like there was the NEC PC 98, but then there were other brands of PC 98. It's not a game system as much as it is just a personal computer. It's like literally a computer. So, and the 3DO, it was just they trademarked the chips essentially, but anybody can make them. So there's like a Panasonic 3DO. Then there were plans for like other people to lease the spec and make their own versions of the system. So much like a VCR or a DVD player. So anyway, NEC PC 98, this released. The version we are going to be talking about, or the two versions we're going to be talking about, are the Sony PlayStation version and the Sega Saturn version, both of which released roughly 2 years and then, like, I don't know, 2.5 years later.
Mm-hmm. So we're talking 96-ish, 90.
Yeah,
for both of them, yeah.
So the PlayStation version came out in January of 96, and the Saturn version came out in September of 96, which for anybody keeping track is almost exactly 2 years before Metal Gear Solid 1 for Japan.
Wow.
So pretty
one
crazy.
thing that I will say that I think is really fun about this video game is two things. Maybe some of the only compliments I'll pay it, but no, I'm not being that disastrous up top. But I will say that like the music that gets picked for these video games consistently, like I know that if I'm picking up a Hideo Kojima game, no matter like the content quality, the music is gonna fucking whip. And Policenauts is no exception to that rule. Also, I think it's really fun, like all of the when the characters get introduced and their name and their voice actor underneath it is just ported directly over to Metal Gear. I thought that was really cool because I was not expecting to see that. That was really neat.
This is the first time the Kojima debut of doing so, right? Is doing the actor's name in parentheses under the character's name style thing. Because he still does it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Even as in Metal Gear Solid 5 and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, I'm pretty sure in Death Stranding, it's the
of course he
character
does.
and then parentheses, the name of the person. It's pretty sick. There are a whole lot of like hat tipping to cinema throughout this entire game. And so obviously we'll talk about it. I do want to just write at the top cite the sources where a lot of this development history and the trivia and all this shit's going to be coming from. So this information's pulled from several articles on Hardcore Gaming 101, various magazine translations, Basement Brothers, great YouTube channel. You guys should check them out. They did a whole, much like the Snatcher video that I talked about on that coverage. They did a whole like comparison of every Policenauts version, but primarily they played through the PC98 version, so you can see what that physically looks like. Kotaku had a bunch of articles that were related to this game, and then the Let's Play Archive, lparchive.org/Policenauts, a member of the translation team, this guy named Slow Beef, put together an entire
incredible
wonderful put together an entire like pictorial let's play with not only facts about the game but like facts about translating the game and like how they had to break the game to do it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Metal Gear is actually going to play into this. So Policenauts is semi-responsible for giving Kojima's team a head start on learning how to develop for the PlayStation. The PlayStation came out in the middle of them developing the PC98 version, and so they decided that they were going to port this game to the PlayStation as an exercise to get them ready for Metal Gear. And as soon as it came out, much like fucking Wayne from Wayne's World pointing at the guitar in the window and saying, "She will be mine," as soon as the PlayStation dropped, Kojima pointed at it and was like, "She will be mine."
Oh my God.
I don't like the idea of, after playing a portion of this game, I don't like the idea of Kojima saying "she will be mine" to anything.
Yeah, fair.
No,
fair,
it takes on a really evil connotation almost.
Yeah, development.
How do you say "she will be mine" in Japanese? My two white
didn't teach us
Japanese,
that.
kind of.
Yeah, I don't know that part.
They didn't teach us how to be a fucking lecher in Japanese.
Yeah, not yet. That part was coming. I mean, I learned about Jigan, but we'll just.
That's a long story.
What is Jigan?
It's an incredible thing that happened to Alessio.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell it super quick. So essentially, the word in Japanese for chicken is chikin, and then the word for time is jigan, correct? Jigan.
Is that the I know that like that's the prefix part of it.
Oh, yeah, Jikan. So anyway, I said chi kan, which is instead of chikin. And I was talking about chicken to my hairdresser, who's a Japanese woman, and she freaked the fuck out and was like, "Dude, you need to be really careful." And I said, "Why?" She goes, "Because that word means molest." And I was just like, "All right."
So I think you probably said like, "I love fried molesters" or something.
Yeah,
which
probably.
I mean, kind of based, I guess.
Right. I mean, yeah, basically, that's true. I will say, and it's always worth mentioning, that it is insane to me that half of knowing Japanese is being willing to say English words with an accent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I hate it. It feels racist every time.
It does, but it's like, it's the language. It's just like, can I not just say it in English? But no, like,
can I just say computer?
Accent.
No. Do I have to say computer?
Yes.
Yes, you do. That's the beauty of it.
I like to imagine they did it on purpose to make white people uncomfortable.
It's just a big trick. Japan's great trick.
Japan's great Jape.
That means a lot after this last weekend.
That's wonderful. So development began on Policenauts literally 2 years after Snatcher came out. Essentially, Kojima had been thinking about things that he wanted to go into Snatcher, but had memory limitations. And so he had already kind of landed on this whole like, oh, what if we do like an animated background that you click around instead of like static imagery? And so he definitely knew that the next game he wanted to make was like another sort of literal point and click adventure game, as we'll get into.
It does look great.
It looks wonderful.
It looks fantastic.
It looks, the animation, the anime, like the style, the character models and everything, like models with the character drawings and stuff. It's a great looking game. I think it's really cool.
The team that did all of the animated stuff is AIC, who also did all of the Tenchi, like Tenchi Universe, Tenchi Muyo, all that shit.
Oh, fuck yeah, okay.
Yeah, Record of Lodos War, Bubblegum Crisis, Blue Gender, Oh My Goddess, the Tokimeki Memorial anime adaptation, but then they did the Persona 4 animation and like a ton of other shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
So they're great. So they were fucking killing it. It's weird that the PC98 version had a bunch of stills. The FMV stuff didn't kick in until the 3DO.
Have you seen what the PC98 pixel art stills look like?
Oh, it looks sick as fuck.
They are gorgeous. The anime scenes are obviously great, but the pixel art is like so beautiful.
Yeah, really, I have pixel art of Jonathan with his legs up on his desk as like a desktop background on one of my computers because it just looks wonderful. It's too bad he's a fucking piece of shit, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and here's the thing of it too. Is just like up until a certain point, I was like, this dude's pretty cool. This guy's hard boiled, and then almost immediately, they say, actually, what if you fucking hate this guy forever?
Yeah, we'll get.
And I was like, yeah, I'm with that vibe. Honestly, I'm here for it.
We'll get into the story details, but it's weird how not dissimilar Jonathan and Lorraine's relationship is from Gillian and Jamie. But
Jamie, please.
But yeah,
before we get too far away from it too, Record of Lodoss War is really good. I don't know if anyone has seen it, but I love like Record of Lodoss War.
I love me some fucking 90s anime. I'm just gonna put that out there. 90s and like early 2000s. So Kojima's goal with this, he didn't want to do another Terminator sort of over the top pulpy sci-fi. He wanted to do more grounded sci-fi. And so a lot of the influences actually came from some contemporary stuff. So there were things about like organ markets that were happening. There were things about like brain death, all these other things. But the big one was Toyohiro Akiyama was the first Japanese person in space. And this happened in 1990. He was selected for a joint space flight between Japan and Russia in August of 89. And he began training in October of 89, which I'm going to choose to believe was October 4th, my literal day of birth. I could not confirm. I was desperately trying to find out. But the TBS Corporation, like the broadcasting company, paid for part of it because they wanted to generate positive news about Japan. Because like, essentially they're like around this time there was a lot of like very similar to like the Asian hate stuff that was happening in like 2022. There was a lot of like anti-Japanese sentiment for some reason. There were a bunch of films coming out. I think one of them in particular was called like Rising Sun that I was reading about that came out in 93, depicted like Japanese people as being criminals. And there were people like, I don't know, there were some famous assaults of Japanese people in the United States around this time. So I think that was part of why the TBS Corporation wanted to generate some positive news. But regardless, I learned that this man stayed in space for 8 days. That's crazy. They just like shot this dude into space and said, YOLO, we'll see you in 8 days.
See you later, bud.
Some other influences, Gundam inspired the design of the space colony, which we'll get into.
It also looks like, well, it doesn't look like the thing that I'm referencing. It feels like the Citadel from Mass Effect.
Wow, we'll get into it later, but there's a name for this type of colony, and it's considered to be the same thing. Like the Citadel.
They mentioned I don't remember what it is. They mentioned it, I think, at one point in the section I played, but I think it's called. I do recall a name of something.
An O'Neill cylinder.
Yes, that is good. I also do kind of love, because we've talked a lot about how like this man just kind of like takes his influences, wears them on his sleeve, and Snatcher was very obviously all of those homages. I love the twist on this one, where you're playing it and you meet some people, and it's very obviously just Lethal Weapon.
Oh yeah,
but in space. I think the twist of it being like a sci-fi Lethal Weapon is kind of fun. I like that.
Sure.
I like the vibe of that.
Yeah. I also like that he pulled from like not just shit like movies for this. Because like, there's the Lethal Weapon thing, but like, I don't know, knowing that they're pulling from like real world stuff, like we do get a little taste of like MGS2 Kojima.
This is where it starts. Yeah, the growth.
The world building is fucking incredible in this.
It is. It's much better. It's much more fleshed out than Snatcher was in that regard.
Yeah. So the Saturn
and the Lethal Weapon,
has...
the Lethal Weapon thing up to and including, we're not going to get to him at this point in this episode necessarily, but like up to and including the African American partner, that is like days to retirement as well.
That is
like,
literally
it's just
Danny
like,
Glover. Yeah.
It's very funny.
So the Saturn version, I think, was the only version that has the glossary, like the Encyclopedia of the World, built into the game itself. The 3DO had a separate disc that included the glossary, and then the PlayStation, I believe, also had it on a separate disc. But on the Saturn, it's baked into the game itself. And so you can click, go to the options, and look at anything that's got an asterisk next to it when people are talking. is included in this like essentially a wiki for the game's universe.
Well, it's like a precursor to fucking the MGS4 database.
True. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I
In a
guess
lot
so.
of ways, yeah.
I was hoping that when it showed up, you could almost do like what was it called? The real-time lore system from Final Fantasy
16.
16.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I kept seeing the asterisk, and I was like, does that correspond to a fucking button? Can I just hit a button and see it? But like, no, you do have to menu dive for it.
Yeah.
But we mentioned to the space colony being called Beyond Coast. The original name for the game was Beyond, but they couldn't copyright it, and so they changed the name, which explains why this name is fucking absurd.
But I do like it more than Beyond. Beyond's a little boring by comparison.
Yeah.
You know how Metal
it is funny too. It's just like, do you know how everybody loves astronauts because they're so cool and they go into space? You know also how everybody fucking hates cops because they're cops?
Well, in the 90s, everybody loved cops.
Yeah.
Everybody
80s and
loved
90s.
cops in the 90s. You're
Well,
right.
I don't know.
There was
I just mean like in cinema and shit. You
I
had like
will say
Beverly
the
Hills
main-
Cop. You've got
I will say
Police Academy.
the mainstream perception of cops in the 80s and 90s was much better than it is now. I
Much
think.
more
Sure,
positive,
sure,
for
sure,
sure.
sure. Yeah,
yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
obviously,
yeah,
like
you're right.
we're not talking like Rodney King 90s, but like pre
Yeah,
95.
And
Like,
Rodney King was kind of the point where it started to crest down.
yeah,
the
for
fucking
sure.
hill and off the cliff.
The original
ACAB
subtitle for
does
the
mean
game.
you're astronauts, you're police nuts too. Just so you know.
Oh, it definitely means Jonathan.
It absolutely. ACAB means Jonathan, even if ACAB wasn't a thing.
Yes. Yeah. APAB, all police knots are bastards.
APAC.
Oh,
no.
Ajac, all Jonathan's bastards.
AJAC.
I hope somebody listening to this is named Jonathan.
Wait. Ajac, all Jonathan Ingrams are bastards. There we go.
AJ.
So that's even more specific. Ajac.
Jake, it's Chinatown. Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown. It's a Chinatown.
You know how Metal Gear has tactical espionage action under the title?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that nonsense was going to start here, and originally it was cinematic virtual reality. But somebody copyrighted that shit like a year before the game came out, and so they were like,
Who?
Apparently, somebody copyright virtual reality in Japan, which is like that. You shouldn't be able to do that. Like that was the problem. Apparently, it was just that part.
"That's so good."
Huh. It's kind of like the fucking Fine Brothers trying to copyright the word react. Remember that?
Yeah, it is kind of the same.
Oh, I
Well,
forgot
kind of the
about
same
that.
thing. Yeah,
You remember when fucking
Yeah,
Elder
that's kinda-
Scrolls was fighting people for the word scrolls?
that's insane.
Yeah, they canceled a game called Scrolls because they couldn't.
Yeah,
They tried to say that it was too close.
fucking stupid.
Should have called it Policenauts.
Fucking.
Yeah. We have two people. We have two people on the staff that are going to become important later on. So Noriaki Okamura is the game's lead programmer. He would later direct Zone of the Enders, and then he would design, write, direct, and produce a game that I've never heard of, Dr. Lautrec and the Forgotten Knights for the 3DS. I don't know if anybody's played it.
I might have seen the cover at some point. I think Okamura is still at Konami to this day, which I guess
Yeah,
for
a lot
Japan
of these,
is pretty normal.
a
Yeah.
lot of these fucking people still are. It's interesting. It's really interesting because I assumed a lot of people had jumped ship to go with Kojima, but as I've been doing research for this book that I'm writing, a lot of people won't talk to me because they're still at Konami.
Right.
And I'm just like, fuck, man.
Well, speaking of programming, and this is something I'm not quite sure if it's ever been fully confirmed, but in interviews, Kojima is seeming to imply that this is built using the same scripting engine as Snatcher. I was wondering if you do you know that
that's
for
what
sure?
I was reading as well. It's come up a few times that it's framed that way. So I don't know if it's just like an expanded version or if maybe he used the same scripting tool and they just built like a different like game output around it, like a different sort of graphical part. But we're going to get into a fair amount of like really interesting like digital art plus CG plus like scanning shit into the game. So I think it seems like from a technical standpoint, this is when Kojima was like starting to become the playful person that we know him to be. So very famously for this show's needs Yoji Shinkawa. This is the first time he works with Hideo Kojima.
Oh, cool.
Is on this game. Shinkawa starts as a debugger and a graphic designer. And then, as we mentioned earlier about the whole PlayStation situation, Kojima decides he wants to put together a pitch for Metal Gear on the PlayStation. And part of that pitch, he has to have materials. And so he reaches out to Shinkawa and says, hey, can you design Metal Gear Rex for me in the midst of development for Policenauts?
That's pretty sick.
So good on Shinkawa. This was a fun fact, Chad. I think you might have seen this, but the PC-98 version, originally Kojima didn't want to have subtitles. And because people, like literally people that were hearing impaired wrote him to say, I hated that you didn't subtitle Snatcher. And so they added subtitles, which I will say probably helped us in the long run, because then there would be no text to fucking translate.
Oh, that's true.
Building text from scratch. Yeah. So thank you, hearing impaired Japanese players, for voicing your concerns. The 3DO
for making this fucking borderline aged game
dude.
readable.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into the philosophy of that.
Christ almighty.
Roughly a year and some change after the original PC-98 release, there was a 3DO version that was released that came with a pilot disc, which was a second disc, which was a pre-release disc that teased the game. It gave you access to like some shooting galleries, gave you access to some cutscenes and some other stuff to just kind of get you stoked.
It had interviews with voice actors and developers. I think that might be the basis for the encyclopedia that gets put in game later.
Yeah,
I don't know if any of this has been translated other than like the material that would be in game. So I'm curious to know if anyone's ever like worked on that. Like, if
so the pilot disc was the second disc that came with the PlayStation, and then I believe all of that material gets worked into the Saturn version. Because not only does the Saturn version include that that material, the encyclopedia and all that stuff, but it also includes storyboards, and then you can unlock an interview with the voice actress for Karen.
That's right.
Beat the game on the Saturn version.
And I think there's like Tokyo Toy Show trailers or something that you can get access to. I've never checked them out yet, but
notably, the 3DO marks the first time that some scenes get full motion video. 3DO had 24 frames a second video, but it was all at a lower resolution, which is still crazy because the 3DO is like the world's first CD based game system. And so for them to take like a home console and just like do this is nuts. Japan seemed to have a fucking fixation with the 3DO because there's so many older games that I read about, especially the like PC-88, PC-98 world, that seems to like, we were hungry for a 3DO port to be developed, and I'm like, what the fuck?
You're like, really?
Yeah.
Who wants that?
Yeah. I owned a 3DO for all of like 3 years, and the only fucking game that I had on it was a Madden game. And the cool part about the 3DO was every controller has a controller port built into it, so you can daisy chain like 16 controllers.
What? Why?
So you can all play as a different Madden person simultaneously.
Wait.
That's
so like
fire.
You could all be on the same football team and control a single.
That's actually cool as fuck.
Yeah, 3DO was like built around that as like the gimmick was like, it's CD based, it's got dope sound. It was the first game system with a music visualizer for the CD player.
I'm
but it was all about multiplayer. And then
we were talking about that a lot in the Discord. $1 a month gets you access to the Discord. You can talk about fucking music visualizers and video game consoles.
Hell yeah,
the Discord with this.
So yeah, shouts out to the 3DO.
The 3DO release also came bundled with a mouse and an official Policenauts mouse mat, which I'm curious to know how much one of those fucking goes for now.
Support. So every version of this game can be played with a mouse.
Yeah, it's right, because there's a PlayStation mouse too. Yeah, I guess you're right.
I would hope so.
Yeah, so the PlayStation, I do know for a fact because I looked it up today that the PlayStation version did have mouse support. I found out today if you have EPSXE as the emulator on your computer, you can actually use your mouse to play the game.
Yeah, that would have been good to know.
which is
The first
sick.
time I did this.
Yeah. I don't know if that works with DuckStation, but I know it works with EPSXE.
That's a cool looking case and mouse pad. Found a picture of it on eBay.
Just throw that in the show notes. How much? Oh, how much is it?
$285 on this hit, which is not as bad as I was expecting.
That's crazy. There's a boxed Sakura Wars mouse for the Saturn that's like the mouse, the game, and the mouse pad, and it goes for like $40-$50. And I almost bought that just for the Saturn mouse. But yeah, it's cool. I wish we got more localized shit over here because there's so many cool Japanese peripherals.
Mm-hmm.
That the eBay link I just sent, which is just a tragically long link.
The J.R.R. Tolkien hyperlink you just sent me.
Yeah.
There's a song in the middle of this. What the fuck?
I know, it's just crazy. There's whatever there's trackers, there's fucking hella trackers in that link, man. Be careful.
This is a fantastic the mouse pad, and even like the packaging is gorgeous.
It's beautiful. Like it's
Here,
a really
take a look at
beautiful
this.
like
Oh wow, I'm gonna put this in the show notes. That's gorgeous for sure. I love that box art. What the fuck?
That
is great.
Yeah.
That's the best box art I've seen.
For those who just want to
come before.
Yeah, for those who come
for those about to rock.
Those about to rock, we salute you. It's Jonathan, Ed, and Karen, I believe.
Yeah, Karen.
Yeah.
She comes
on the
first.
stream. Yeah. Karen is like big on the artwork, and then Jonathan and Ed are like smaller and like in action poses. It's very cool.
It's very similar to the Snatcher original box art, where it had a really big Jamie, and then my Hajil and Gillian are small on it. I don't know if this is still the case, but back when I was buying all this shit for the Saturn, I actively avoided ordering from Japanese sellers because at the time it was like fucking peak tariff insanity, and like literally there were people on like retro boards that I follow that were like, I thought I was scot-free, and then 2 weeks I got hit with a fucking bill of lading and like a customs receipt for like $400 on like an $80 purchase. So buy at your own risk if you're in the US. I have no fucking clue what's going on with the tariffs and Japan at the moment.
Just get me to for you and then come over here and back and now censor that so that the government doesn't come after you for me just telling you that information.
Sure. Just play, just use PS5 remote to play a PlayStation 4 game on Chad's.
While I leave to go to work.
Yeah, what did we do? I used PlayStation remote.
We used the what the fuck is that software?
No, you had PlayStation remote on your computer.
Yeah,
and I used Parsec to control your computer.
And then we're playing my PS4 on my computer using Parsec to play 13 Sentinels. I would just leave to go to work unless it would be like playing on my PlayStation from another country. It was a great time to be alive.
It was amazing.
My brother in Christ, just buy the video game.
Oh no, because I didn't have a PlayStation. I just had a computer at the time.
Oh, okay.
And it was only on PlayStation.
Was 13 Sentinels wasn't on PC?
No, it wasn't on anything. It's still not on PC. I think it's on
just
Switch
PS4. I think
PS4.
Oh, Switch maybe now. Yeah.
Great video game, by the way.
Yeah,
I will say, and I'm going to censor this too. That shit on Switch on the Steam Deck, and you've got yourself a portable 13 Sentinels without spending extra money.
Portable 13. My Switch, my Steam Deck, my portable 13 Sentinels machine. I said like 3 different consoles there in service of the joke. Didn't work.
Oh, geez.
All right. As we mentioned, that pilot disc that comes with the 3DO, it's got storyboards, the script, selected shooting segments, and it's got some other shit in it, promo stuff. But that came with the PlayStation as a second disc. I will say, I don't like Lily. Let us know if it looks weird to you. The PlayStation is the only version that has 15 frames per second videos.
And I think that's during the cutscenes, right? Like the anime.
Yeah, it's the anime cutscenes.
Yeah,
but there are 24 frames on the 3DO and the Saturn.
Right.
I'm
15
the worst
is
person to ask
crazy.
about fucking
15 is a weird
man.
number. That's not even half. Why the fuck would you do 15? Just do like 12.
Half of 30, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I guess it's like when people do 40 hertz instead of 30 on the Steam Deck to give it like a slightly more fluid feeling.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, because a lot of like JRPG, like FMVs or whatever on the PlayStation are also like really slow. Like Final Fantasy 9, they're moving at like molasses. It's really weird.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah. Yeah, that's why if you do like 60 frames per second patches on emulators, it like fucks the cutscenes up. If you
Yeah, it
don't.
looks insane.
Yeah, but anyway, I will say it is a fun cheat. If you ever have like a 60 frame per second video and you're like, fuck, it's like 20 gigs. If you drop it to like 30 and like adjust the resolution just a hair, it'll be like 4 gigs smaller. You know what I mean? It's like if you don't need a 60 FPS video, like don't fucking render the frames.
There are some people that are going to insist on having that 60 FPS video.
That's true.
It's so weird, dude. Like anything above 30 for video makes no sense to me. Like if you're playing a video game, sure. But even that, like Street Fighter, like I don't need to count frames for Alan Wake. You know what I mean? Like
I
don't
need
know,
288 frames.
Hey, listen. Frames win games.
Ooh, that's true.
And
that's
they
like
can tell. They can always tell.
That's true.
They can always tell.
They can.
No.
Anyway, so these enter the Spider-Verse ass FMVs.
Yeah.
Anyway, apparently the PlayStation version also has some minor story stuff removed. I don't know what. I could not surmise exactly.
Like stuff that was in the 3DO version that got taken out.
Yeah, so PC 98 and 3DO are like content equal except for the FMVs. Then the PlayStation removes 3DO stuff. And then the Saturn reinserts the PlayStation stuff, but also adds more. So I don't know why anything got cut in the first place.
All right.
But anyway, some subtle changes were made. Let me see. So PlayStation version, weirdly enough, got a physical re-release through Konami's website in 2003. So like a full almost decade later.
Whoa.
And then, this is why we suck over here. One of the multitude of reasons why we suck over here in the United States. The PlayStation Store would sell digital copies only of the Japanese version in May of 2008. So the month and the year I graduated high school, I could hop on PSN and buy Policenauts if I wanted to and lived in Japan. But irritating. Lily, Chad and I were talking about this before you hopped on.
Wow, talking about things without me, transphobic.
What do you think, if you had to guess, what do you think Shuhei Yoshida would personally call Hideo Kojima for during development of this
on his
game?
home phone?
On his home phone.
Shuhei Yoshida, formerly of PlayStation.
Correct.
Yeah. Of SIE.
What would he call Hideo
Now retired.
Kojima?
Yeah, not like call him, but like phone him. Like what would he call his residence?
What would he call him?
Yeah.
I got a lot. What would he call
we know
him?
what he would call him.
I got a lot of.
I don't think I can say it.
I don't
think I'm allowed.
I'm pretty sure I could say most of the things. I would drum up.
Gun to your head if you had to pick one thing that he called him. You can't Google it and look it up, Lily. I can see in your glasses that you're just fucking looking it up. Absurd. That's not
awesome.
an open book test.
Well, it's funny that you use the word
Madam.
absurd because that does come up actually on the subject.
I closed it. I didn't see what it was, and I closed it because I realized it was going to be dishonest to be like, I have the answer. So you know what I'm going to say, Alessio?
Well, Chad, we know she's dishonest now.
Look at the incredulous expression.
All right,
That's my move from earlier. Absolute cinema.
What's your
I
guess?
truly don't know because I closed the tab,
Fair,
Alessio.
fair.
You could have just called me you could call me out. You could have just let it be a thing. You could just let it be. You could just let it be for the bit. For the
That's what the
bit.
Beatles said.
For the bit.
So Yoshida
That wasn't yes and.
Yoshida-san called Kojima.
Yes and.
Yoshida-san called Kojima and he goes, yo, Sony Computer Entertainment's about to hold a meeting about how many times breasts can jiggle in a PlayStation game because of your fucking game.
And Kojima was not happy.
Yeah, they legit had an argument.
Even to this day, when Kojima's asked about it, he says that it's absurd that they would want to tone it down.
Yeah, so, and legit, Kojima says, but we worked it out.
Yeah, we worked it out. They came
I'm
to a
led to
compromise.
believe.
I don't like that. You, Alessio, you have a talent for saying a thing
Oh no.
with such a sinister edge that it makes me
Edge.
supremely uncomfortable.
Oh,
Riz.
no.
Edge. Is that a
Edge.
Catherine reference?
Riz.
No. Yo, fuck yeah. Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
That's why it's burned into my
Whoa.
skull. Edge.
Danielle and I say that to each other all the
Edge.
time. Anytime anyone says edge, we go edge.
Oh my god, I forgot how much of that
Skippy.
game I have played. You said Catherine, and suddenly I had like a fucking like an acid flashback.
God. I was thinking about that Skibbity Edge Riz video.
Yeah, that one's good too. Riz.
Skibbity
Oh, that's true.
Edge Riz.
Before this becomes the brain rot power hour, or 3.
Is it not already?
This will be the last version we talk about. The Sega Saturn version released in September of 1996. This version comes in a slipcase with a hardcover art book. How sick is
Wow,
that?
that's actually really sick.
And they re-added the removed elements from the PlayStation that we talked about. The Saturn has the higher resolution cutscenes, even higher than the 3DO, and at the full frame rate. So this is why most people say you should play the Saturn version, is because you get higher resolution cutscenes at the true frame rate. Question for you guys.
Yeah.
Somewhere
I
at
better- Get away
Someone-
from my keyboard. He's got a question for me. I don't want to be dishonest. Fucker. You fucker.
Somewhere
Alessio Summerfield likes picking on trans women. That's spread the word.
We're
Start
pretty evenly
spreading
matched,
the
but you are
news.
slightly better.
at picking on trans women.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I don't want to be a part of it. Transphobic Alessio.
Lily, I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like you're at peak podcasting right now. You were like, I'm not at my
That's
best.
true. This is good shit. This is
is
material.
great.
Already. This is content.
Content. You make fun of trans women, Valdez?
Kojima does. We'll get into
Boy,
that.
howdy.
You sure does.
Somewhere at ACI, you know that they have like the highest possible version of the anime cutscenes from this. Like, you know, there's got to be
Right.
like a high fucking res, like 34 millimeter equivalent. Remaster the game, you goddamn cowards, even if it is fucked up and gross and weird. Like,
I would love, and I don't normally, I'm all for like the preservation of art and intention of the
Sure.
artist. I would love to play this game with like it toned down like a skosh.
yeah, we need like an editor. Kojima has
Yeah.
always needed an editor.
Oh, of course.
Like,
I'm gonna
throw
make
an
that
editor-
stand.
Throw an editor on there, like add in voice acting for the rest of it. Like there's a world where you could make this like a cool, like this is a cool, it's a cool concept.
Yeah.
It's just so uncomfortable to play.
So
As
you would
somebody-
like less breast jiggle? Is that what you were saying? Or more?
Somebody get Yoshida-san from
That's
SCE
fucking.
on the
That's
phone.
he's enjoying retirement. Don't
He's
buy
like,
that, man.
please leave me alone. I've retired.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about
He's
this
like,
anymore.
he's like, Kojima still calls me about this every other day.
You fucker!
Less breast. Fuck it. Less breast jiggle. That's absurd.
After we cover these Saturn stuff, I do want to ask you guys a question, so it won't just be me fucking spouting text dump. Sega Saturn is the only version that has a light gun support,
Mhm.
and it's fucking
Oh.
rad. And
believe it's
I
the
could
only
see why. I could see why light gun would be a pretty rad thing. I like the shooting section,
yeah, it's cool. It's cool as shit, actually.
but I think a light gun would make it even better.
Yeah. And the official English localization, there was an official localization planned, allegedly, for the Saturn. But Kojima claims that technical issues with the translation caused the project to be canceled. I did some digging, and what he's alluding to is that typing in English characters would cause like an overflow and text would bleed off the edges or fall off the stuff. If a group
Oh.
of volunteers can fucking make it work, shut up, Kojima. You guys
True.
could have fixed it.
Well, like
As a matter of
hard?
fact, in the goddamn files for the game, there are like a handful of pre-translated like still shots. So like there's like an english.bin file that exists on the CD itself.
Have you seen that they did an English mock-up Saturn cover that they included in some promotional pamphlets around 1996?
I don't think so. Let me see if I can find it.
So there was like they were kind of considering it. Blaustein says that he had no idea, like he was never included in any.
Yeah, he swears up and down. I found 2 interviews where he was talking about it, and he says that if there were localization attempts, that they were done as like a prototype within the team itself,
right,
and nothing was done like formally. But you're totally right. Yeah, I had read that it was in magazines and stuff. Oh, I see it. Oh, that's cool. Like the orb.
I think that's the one. Yeah. Is this the only Kojima directed game to not get a Western release?
I think you're right.
Wow.
Huh.
At least the files.
I do have to shout out, and we've talked about these people before, Nights into Dreams reproduction. It's Nights into Dream singular.myshopify.com. Really high quality.
I was not expecting a Shopify.
really, really fucking high quality, like Dreamcast, Sega CD, Saturn, like I think even PS1, like reproductions. But if you've got
Nights into Dream,
Nights into Dream singular. If your system is capable of reading, I'll just say bootlegs for lack of a better word. They literally, like I have a Sega Saturn copy. Maybe I'll dig it up here in a little bit. I have a Sega Saturn copy of Policenauts that I bought that runs natively in my Saturn. And they included like the trading card that came with it originally. They included like all kinds of promotional material. Like they just print the materials and put them into
so cool.
And it was not expensive
really
at all.
Cool. I love that like everyone, all of them have like Sonic, a little figure of Sonic being like, "Hello, my video game."
Also, Guts. Guts is one of the little things.
Yeah, Guts is one of them. Yeah, I don't know who this.
I think it's for scale or something.
Oh, Sonic for scale, Guts for scale.
Yeah. But anyway, Nights into Dream is great. And then let me see if I can find the guy who
Did you say Guts would kill Jonathan?
I sure did.
Oh, 100%.
You know what? So would Sonic the Hedgehog, actually.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
He said, "That's no good. Stop touching those breasts." That's my Sonic the Hedgehog, apparently.
It's that meme. It's that meme. As that meme in Guts is, "Hey, Sonic the Hedgehog, I think we're gonna have to kill this guy." And Sonic's like, "Aw, man."
All in the background the whole time, you're just hearing the fucking Guts theme from the anime.
like a fucking edit of Berserk and the scene. Griffith is Jonathan.
Oh no!
I mean,
I don't know if
wrong.
I would want. I don't know if I would want that for Jonathan.
I don't want. Let's be clear.
anyone.
I don't want that, but I think it would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's fair. I do want to shout out the seller on Mercari, who's also on Instagram. Let me see if I can find his info. Dude, so his Instagram it's con artist, which sketched me the fuck out, but it's like his last name, CANH artist.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
But he's this guy. He's awesome, dude. He like he refurbishes Sega Saturns. And again, I was looking for a US seller at the time because of the tariff situation. But this guy, like, dude, he recapped like all new capacitors, cleaned out, like a whole new fucking lens drive, I think, for this Saturn that I bought from him.
Whoa.
Included the Enforcer, the light gun, included all kinds of shit for like no additional charge. It was crazy. He gave me a bunch of free games. Super sick, dude. And on Mercari, I think it's Chronole, CRONOLE. So just shouts out to my guy if you want to buy a Sega Saturn.
Saturns for my voice.
Saturns for my boys.
I'm looking through this Nights into Dream site, and I found that whoever they are, they reproduced Metal Gear Solid for the Dreamcast.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because somebody
cool.
did like a Bleemcast version. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the Dreamcast had a commercially available PlayStation like port software.
Mm-hmm.
So you could buy a disc that would then allow you to play PlayStation games in your Dreamcast. And
what
Sony
a time to be alive.
was
What a brilliant
livid.
time.
Sony was pissed.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
boo-hoo. Go back to the 3DO
boo-hoo.
days where you could just fucking make anyone
I
make
think
a 3DO.
The Bleem
Corpo.
I think the Bleemcast legitimately won a court case. Like that was like an establishing court case to keep like emulation like allowed to continue. But don't quote me on that. I'm just bouncing that one off the top of my head. But yeah, Bleemcast was the shit.
I also love in this screenshot it's Sonic the Hedgehog gesturing towards Metal Gear Solid, and that's canon because they were both in Smash Brothers.
Oh, you're totally
Oh
true.
wow! If only Guts was.
If only.
Oh,
only.
no. What would his Super Smash be?
Oh
Lord.
Griffiths.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Who's that werewolf man in the distance coming towards us?
Oh no! Why would they put him in the game?
Get him out of the video game.
Yoshida-san has to make another phone call, but this one's to Sakurai.
Sakurai, that's the worst
in the
part of
video
Berserk.
game.
Why would you put it in your video game?
Yeah. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but Jeremy did say that Policenauts was one of Kojima's weakest works. So just take that with you moving into this. All right. So that's pretty much it, except for the translation stuff, but we can get into that.
Can I do a quick? I do have some fun voice acting acts. Let's see if this is a
Ooh.
good spot to say it. Obviously, the Japanese cast. The voice actor for Jonathan Ingram would go on to be the voice of Otacon.
Oh.
Tony Redwood would become Gray Fox.
Sick.
A particular hospital receptionist is later the voice of Sniper Wolf. And the voice of our boy Salvatore Toscanini is also the voice of Donald Anderson.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So he's transcending race and nationality.
Well,
Good for
technically
him.
Decoy Octopus.
Technically.
So who knows?
I was going to say that Italians are people of color, so that's fine.
Before I touch on the I'm just gonna dodge that one. Award-winning black filmmaker.
There he is. That's him.
Isn't one of the like primary slurs against Italian people? Isn't it an acronym that starts with white? Is that not?
What does? Well, no. WAP stands for without papers.
Without pay. Okay.
Yeah. I can say
There was something. He can say it. Damn.
I'd actually didn't know
like,
that was an anagram. That's crazy. I learned something today.
Acronym, not anagram.
Whatever.
Chad, moron.
Chad, more like Datch. Am I right?
Well, it sounds like we got Chad GPT fucking
Random
up basic
Hageel.
facts over here. Random
Where's
Hageel. Where my
Hageel's
Hageel's at? I should turn that back around. Like periodically, like I'll just like say the N-word because I can.
And it scares me like a flashbang going.
Yeah. That's kind of like what you saying that word.
Yeah. I can't be in the room when Lily says the N-word, or else I start to look over my shoulder.
I do also love that. Me saying that also does imply that I say it a lot. And
I think I've heard you say it like twice in my entire.
But that's why it has so much power when you do say it.
I think that's part of it. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna say it. I'm saving that for a special occasion.
Yeah, that's like Isaac at the end.
Episode 300.
Yeah.
Oh, we're coming up on it.
What was you guys' first exposure to this game? I will preface it with that. For the longest time, this was like the no one can ever play it in the West game when I was a kid that kind of got mythologized as like you see the PC 98 pixel art and you're like, that looks fucking sick.
Yeah.
And so forever I was like, dude, I really want to play this game. It looks so fucking cool. And then I remember when the translation came out in 2009, I like flipped my shit and then never played it until right now. I played like the prologue and then just never got around to finishing it. But it's heartbreaking that this isn't what I wanted it to be. In my mind, it was like the potential was so great.
Yeah.
Especially having played a little bit of Snatcher prior to noticing the Policenauts situation. But Lily, what was your...
Oh my God. The bulk of what I know about it came from doing the podcast. I hadn't, like, at the time, like contemporary, I had never even heard about it. I didn't even hear about it until way later. And I kind of knew some things about it, but I didn't go seeking it out quite then. And then we started doing the podcast, and that's when I kind of learned more about it. But
got it.
again, much like Snatcher, I had never played it up until now. So this is my first time playing through it. Yeah,
Nice.
it's a challenge.
I think the thing that put it on my radar was there's a Policenauts poster in Otacon's lab in Metal Gear Solid 1. And I remember being like, what is that? Is that like a fake movie?
I will be the first to admit I'm way more about like exploring and like looking into stuff like that now, and like as I've gotten older. When I was first playing Metal Gear Solid, I didn't give a fuck about Otacon's office, man. Like I was just like that ninja school and this dude's pissing his pants. He sucks. Like that was it. That was all. And also this chick's in her underwear. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Chad, when did you stumble across this contraband that we should be jailed for having in our homes?
StumbleUpon.com, Policenauts.
Oh wow, I've not thought about that in a while.
That's an oldie. It's a fucking classic. This, like a lot of like most of Kojima's catalog, which is kind of like an ethereal out there thing that I knew about but didn't have a lot of familiarity with for years. I mean, for context, my first Kojima game was Metal Gear Solid in 2019, right? So I went a lot of years with no exposure to this man, and now I'm feeling a little overexposed.
Again, moderator of the Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Mondays podcast Discord for a decent amount of time, up until had only played Metal Gear Solid 1
and
Death Stranding. But
as far as I'm concerned, that's all you got to play. MGS 1 and 2, call it a day. We're good. Pack it up.
But then I think 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I made the unfortunate decision to play this. I played the PlayStation version with the first translation.
What drew you to this?
Yeah, why did you?
There is a podcast that Lily and I both listen to called Versus Wolves, where Super Eye Patch Wolf and Wooly Versus will recommend something to each other that they love, but the other person has never experienced. And Policenauts was one of the things that got recommended. I wanted to play it, so I had the context. Wooly recommended it to John.
Okay, I was gonna guess that John recommended it to Wooly.
No, yeah, other way around.
Interesting. That I would not have expected that. That's crazy.
And I played it so I could have the context and.
I have yet to get to anything that sucks hard enough for me to dislike the game, but I'm scared.
Oh, brother.
My feelings are like, obviously I'm being a little like facetious. There are a lot of things here that I really like, but as a whole, we'll see how I feel by the time I'm done this playthrough. But as of right now, it's my least favorite Kojima game that I played.
As not only a woman, but as a transgender woman, I've got a lot to hate here, quite frankly. So they really got me right away.
Yeah, it's a huge
almost
fucking bummer.
Almost right away. Yeah.
You know when you want to like something so fucking bad?
The concept is so good. The concept, the art, the music, the shooting. I love a point and click. Everything about this game is something that screams for me. Mm-hmm. And then you do it. And it's like, oh, this is unfortunate.
Yeah. We'll get into it. It's not, I wouldn't say it's like if somebody's listening to this and they're like less sensitive to misogyny, I don't think, like, I don't want somebody listening to this to be like, oh, you guys are too sensitive. I don't think it's just that though. Like, it's not just like surface level stuff. It like kind of is insidious throughout the whole thing in a way that like Snatcher wasn't even necessarily.
Yeah, because I mean, like the let's be honest, Kojima has always kind of had a weird relationship with the female characters in his video games, and I love a lot of those other video games. I think they're some of the best of all time.
Sure,
it's more than just that here. Like it's really rough.
Yeah, we'll talk about it as we get to it. I don't want to, but okay, cool. Super quick. I think talking about the translation history is important because that is how we're experiencing these games. So because there was no U.S. official release, we all had to wait quite a long time. So essentially, and I hate that I can say this phrase, around the turn of the century, this century, there was a huge petition that was on forums for Konami of America, essentially pressuring Konami into considering a translation. This sort of was like a prototype to Operation Rainfall. What is it called? Operation. The big petition push that happened to get those 3 Wii games translated. Pandora's Tower.
I'd
Lost something.
I had forgotten.
Yeah.
It is
Operation
Rainfall. I think that is
Rainfall.
correct. That sounds right.
So it was very similar to that. Very similar to like the Mother 3.
Oh,
Just fucking
that's a game.
come on, dude. I need to finish that.
What
I told
a
myself I was gonna
video
finish it.
game.
What a woman.
What a woman.
Anyway, Kojima was the one to put his foot down. Literally, Konami was considering it, and Kojima said he did not want to work on older games. And so IGN later publicized the shit out of this a couple years later and supported the campaign very hardcore. Yeah, Konami wanted it. Kojima didn't. So the fans said, fuck you, we'll do it ourselves. And on August 24th of 2009, the folks over at Junker HQ, with help from a YouTuber named Slow Beef, who we talked about, went about the translation. That Let's Play Archive resource that we talked about a little bit earlier, it's really cool how much depth Slow Beef goes into about what needed to be rebuilt from scratch, what they were able to salvage under the hood, what was irritating, what was not. So I strongly recommend you go there and read it. The Saturn patch would not be available until October the 6th, 2016. So 2 days after I turned 27 years old.
You don't have to do this to yourself.
No, I think he does. I've turned a corner on it, and I love it now.
Hurts. It just the fact that
where
was
my
a
head is
I
at.
turned 20. Where my head is at? Yeah, I turned 27 years old. That was the day that I graduated high school.
Before I cried all the time.
Before I cried all the time. That was the day that I removed the barrel from my mouth and decided to keep going.
The stinky one.
The stinky revolver from my hungry mouth.
Oh, Lord. Let's talk a little bit about reception at the time. So Famitsu and I can't remember the other Japanese major tentpole review site, but they gave it pretty high reviews. They said that it felt like a game that had pushed interactive movies like further than they'd ever gone before, but they did also say that the lack of gameplay left things feeling a little underwhelming. There were a few Western reviewers that reviewed it, weirdly enough. One of them reviewed a preview build of the 3DO, and then the magazine at the time, Game Fan, reviewed the Japanese versions of the PS1 and the Saturn releases. Game Fan, I don't know. Game
For what purpose?
Like
nobody can fucking play it. Like,
yeah, they reviewed
like,
it years later too.
Was
they said
Dengeki the name of the other Japanese magazine
I
you
think
were
so,
trying to remember?
Yeah. Game Fan said that they liked it and that it was pretty cool, but they also said that like there just wasn't a lot of gameplay and it wasn't super engaging. It was a lot of reading, yada yada yada. Computer and Video Games magazine, however, and I don't know why this fucking quote got pulled, they said they liked the level of violence and gratuitous nudity. To which I say, what?
Gratuitous nudity?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is
nudity?
going on.
If there's gratuitous nudity, then maybe I
might be turning a
gotta
corner.
rethink my positions here.
There my headgeel's at.
There's my headgeels. There my headgeel's at. It's fucking crazy.
I feel like this is turning into our version of Where's My Chippy from Tim and Eric.
Oh my god. I fucking hate this video game and I hate this podcast.
Hell yeah. Glowing review.
Glowing review.
What did Famitsu give us?
5 stars.
I think it was like a 36 or some shit.
No, what did they give us? This podcast?
No, what did they give
yeah,
us?
I don't know.
40.
Yeah. 40 out of
Hell
40.
yeah, perfect 40.
Perfect 40.
All right, here's the log line.
Perfect 7 out of 10.
Here's
you've
the
gotten,
log.
if you've gotten this far and you have no clue what this game is about, here we go. I'll summarize it in 2 sentences. Jonathan Ingram, an astronaut cop turned detective, is found 24 years after an accident sends him far out into space. Returning to Earth, he investigates his ex-wife's husband's disappearance, uncovering something more nefarious. So we got an amnesiac cuck on the case.
Huh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, pent up incel cuck amnesiac police officer. Who's giving these people these guns? I think I do know who's giving these people these guns.
When you get shot, it hurts real bad. Let's give this a shot. It's Guns with Chad. Welcome to Guns with Chad, the place for all things rootin', tootin', and most importantly, shootin'. The last name Ingram, as in Jonathan Ingram, likely refers to the Ingram Mac 11, which is a submachine gun featured in Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. When you get shot, it hurts real bad. Let's give this a shot. It's Guns with Chad.
I'm never prepared for Chad's like Johnny Bravo point.
The fact that it takes a long time, the silent is even better.
Yeah,
It's
someone's
so
just
good.
like, what's happening? And then I'm like, oh, right. I'm happening. Let me go do that.
I'm what's hip. I'm what's happening.
I'm happening.
This game is interactive fiction / on rails shooting gallery, I would say. Very literally a point and click adventure game. Like literally a point and click adventure game. Let's talk differences between this and Snatcher really quickly. So far less text on screen.
Yeah, big time.
Did you guys have trouble knowing what you could and could not click? Because I feel like I clicked everything.
I did, yes. So for context, you can left click. I mean, it's like if you're using controller, it's like I guess just hitting A. But you can left click on stuff to bring up.
Which one's the middle click, Chad? What do I do with the middle button?
I don't fucking know. You're gonna have to answer that question yourself.
You can just fucking shove it up your ass.
Shit! There's a fourth button.
Where?
There's a fourth button.
Oh,
It's like fourth meal at Taco Bell. Ding.
that's exactly like that.
It's exactly.
You're hearing the sweet dulcet tones of the
tactile.
Saturn mouse.
Saturn ball mouse. I had
Ball
forgotten
mouse.
about a ball mouse.
The ball mouse.
So you can if you left click or hit A or whatever anywhere on this screen, it brings up a contextual menu that says look, talk, etc. There's a couple different things. And if you right click, unless you're the mouse user, it brings up the menu which allows you to access your settings, your saves.
Just in general, I'm the only one who uses a mouse.
You're the mouse user. Dirty mouse user.
Dirty.
Yeah, it does. If you right click,
You fucking mouser.
if you right
crazy.
click, it does options and stuff like that. Yeah. You also, I think you can right click. I hope I'm not making this up. I think you can right click to back out of menus as well. So I think right click is essentially just circle.
Nice.
Or sorry, X, if we're talking Japanese controls or whatever. Because circle is confirm, X is cancel.
I think having that as a setup it's a lot more immersive than Snatcher is, because you don't just have like stuff on screen that you hit. You're basically just going through the motions. But you also have that increased likelihood of missing stuff, because there's like the odds of you hitting every single thing on every single screen, unless you're like really sitting there and clicking through everything, it's low. Like the chances that you're going to miss something are pretty high. But I guess like if the trade-off is a more immersive setting, I think that's fine. I think I might prefer this one a little bit.
I found myself like role playing more than I did in
Sure.
Snatcher. My Diablo instincts kicked in, and I was like, why can't I just hold Alt to highlight all the objects?
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
Disco Elysium too, right? Same kind of thing.
What I will say about it is that I think compared to Snatcher, whereas Snatcher gives you all of the options pretty accessibly, it does so in such a tedious way.
Sure.
Because of how much you have to just do the same thing over and over again. Whereas here, it's a little bit more ambiguous, but you get rewarded for doing it,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
It also took me a second to realize that, like, so say I click on a newspaper and then it changes the camera perspective for me to see a page.
Yeah. You can also click on each individual portion of the newspaper
it took
to
me a
get-
second to get that, because I think if this were any other game and not a fucking Kojima hyperfixation game, you would click on the newspaper and it would have one thing.
And that'd be it.
You can say autistic. It's okay.
Besides that, instead of having the pixel art, the versions that we're playing have these like looping, like subtly looping anime. It's almost like imagine Resident Evil 1, 2, or 3. It's almost like these pre-rendered anime backdrops.
Yeah.
And effectively all the code is saying is if you click X coordinate, Y coordinate, you get the text for the photo. I also found out there's not an inventory system. It pretends like there is, but the items, the way that the code works is it just triggers a flag, and then for that scene you get additional dialogue. But like once you move on to another scene where that item no longer exists, you can't like carry an item from scene to scene. It's just, if it's not part of the story, it doesn't exist, essentially.
Because I guess there aren't any optional items, right? Like that
Yeah, I
tracks.
don't think so.
It does feel like a clean way to do it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
conversations I think are a little more involved, and they felt a little less repetitive to me, because like you could hit a certain flight attendant is gonna fucking tell us about anything and everything, and also let us have our way, if
kind of
during the conversations, I don't know, it just felt to me a little bit more immersive, maybe because of some of the other stuff we're talking about.
Yeah.
But it does feel like if you're in a menu, like let's say I say talk, ask, Chad, X, Y, and Z. Whenever he finishes talking, I'm not all the fucking way back at the root menu. I'll just be on that list of asks. And so, yeah, I don't know. I thought it felt cleaner. I thought there was way more voice acting and music than there was in Snatcher.
That one, yeah, there is that one song that keeps repeating though, has been stuck in my head all day today. the gumshoe, like the quiet jazzy one.
I do hate, and it happened in Snatcher in a few instances where you had to like click a certain number of things before the world would progress.
Oh yeah.
I do hate, at least in the intro, which we're going to talk about. I think it's eight things. You can check 8 things, and then somebody comes to your door and you're just Dr. Dunzo. And it's like, I'd never interacted with that answering machine.
Well, there's an even more insane one a little bit after that, and we'll get into that too. But it's it's egregious. It's like, oh, we're here again. I see. We're just right back where we were with Snatcher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'll talk about the answering machine when we get to it. I do get a chance to do it. Yeah,
I will say I don't think it doesn't really apply in the prologue too much, but there are some points later on where if you go to leave an area before you've done what you're supposed to, Ed, who is like your Metal Gear for this game, will be like, maybe we should try asking them about this, and then it basically nudges you in the ribs and is like, this is the thing that you need to do to progress this further, which has been kind of helpful.
You're a fucking incel, Jonathan.
Well, Ed is. I mean, I don't know if Ed's too innocent either.
What about Chinese peptides, Jonathan?
Oh no. I will say this too. I just want to establish right here and right now, we are all very media literate, and we know that just because I didn't mean for that to be a reference, but we know that just because a writer writes a certain character who has a certain trait, we know that does not mean that the author is co-signing on that behavior. We're not stupid. However,
generally, yeah,
the
we have
author
really good insight, actually.
Yeah, the author is writing that behavior for every character in this game.
Yeah.
So anyway, just believe us when we say it's not that Jonathan's character hinges fully on the fact that he's a fucking klepto perv.
Yeah. We're all very media literate, not just Alessio, and it's not just us saying that. Sports Illustrated is saying it.
I would never glaze Kojima. I hate his guts.
Damn.
Kojima, if you're listening, I'm kidding. I just said that to reference the thing that we're doing. Don't worry about it. You don't know.
Koji, baby.
It's a bit. Koji,
baby. It's a bit. Kojamna.
Flowjamna.
Let's talk about how the gameplay works from a general standpoint. So as we mentioned, point and click, simple 2-button controls, streamlined version of Snatcher. Saving has a fun knock on. So if you save, if you reload, you get a fun little previously on Policenauts.
I love it.
With a little breakdown on what happened. I love that.
This is a fantastic quality of life addition, because Jesus Christ, this game drones on a lot. So even like not even like a day-to-day thing, but if I've stopped playing for like 30 minutes, sometimes it's very helpful for the game to be like, this is what was happening. And I'm like,
you remember?
Agreed.
Yeah.
I have noticed some modern games now, if you skip a cutscene, it will give you a little summary, like a 2-sentence summary of what happened in the cutscene.
Oh,
I bet
And I
Alex
think that's like a
game have you
whole. That's fucking rad, dude.
I bet Alex hates that.
Alex, like, I didn't care. I skipped it for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
What game are you seeing that does that? That's cool.
I've seen that in a couple games. I know. I'm trying to think of what comes to mind right away. Fuck me.
Clearly nothing.
No, I know. I was playing when I was very heavily involved in playing Zenless Zone Zero fucking constantly. I know it did it in that game, which was cool. But I know it's been in some other stuff too. There is these investigation conversation moments, but the other side of the gameplay coin are these action moments that Lily had mentioned. She really loves the shooting.
Yes.
It's not a grid like Snatcher. It's not like a 3x3. It's pretty much just here's a fucking scene.
Yeah.
Things are happening.
And you aim a red dot at like a target, and the first time you get to do it is in the prologue, and it's pretty cool. I enjoy it.
Everything feels like it's flowing a lot more. It's not like stuck on rails. It's like this person is quite literally like running and hiding like a human being would.
The thing with doing the shooting sections on controller is the mouse DPI, even on the high setting, it's not quite as fast as you'd want it to be. But they do add this really nice feature where you can use the shoulder buttons to lock onto the nearest target to your left or right, depending on which shoulder button you hit. Which is awesome. That's a great feature. I've been trying to get the gun calibrated in
I didn't
VR.
know that.
Next time you get into shootings, try that out. Check the shoulder buttons. It's especially for some stuff you have coming up because there's going to be some nuts shooting sections. It's a godsend. It's
because I've only had the one so far.
Mhm. Yeah.
What I played.
I'm aiming my Konami Enforcer at the television. And boy, was it not calibrated the first time. I thought I'd like saved my original calibration. I had to recalibrate it. Holy fuck. I almost died during that first encounter and had to like start again. I was like, I'm going to reload.
I did die because I think I need to calibrate mine because it was way off. It was like 2 feet above where I was actually shooting. So once I fix that, I will be for sure.
I love that you're calibrating a light gun for a CRT within your VR.
It's not even real. I'm riding, baby. It's me.
It's not even real.
Chad's riding dirty.
Oh my god. I also want to clarify something too before we get further, because I know we're still talking about some differences.
Yeah.
But, so this is my first time playing it. Alessio, it's your first time playing it too, yeah?
This is my second time playing the Prologue. Okay. I played it on the PlayStation version when the localization came out originally.
But overall, like the whole video game.
Yeah, it's the whole time. This is the first time I'm playing it all the way through.
So I was double checking. So in a flip of the usual, Chad's the veteran.
Isn't that fun?
And we're the newbies.
I'm the daddy.
Oh yeah. And James will be back next episode.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's talk about the game for real.
Yeah.
Real quick, I love the black screen, very pleasant Japanese woman being like, and now begins our feature presentation.
Yeah.
If you would all please take a seat.
That is nice.
It is very cool. If you're confused as to what that is, I guess at the beginning of movies in Japan, in movie theaters in the 90s, this would happen. Essentially, somebody would come on the intercom and say that the movie was about to start and that you should take your seat.
And again, another indicator as early as this that this man just wants to make a fucking movie already.
Yeah. What's funny is no one's giving him the opportunity to do it, even though his properties are getting fucking adapted into films.
I know people are taking his stuff and making the movies and not involving him. It's fucking hilarious.
He's involved in Death Stranding for 24, but he's not directing it.
No.
I don't think he could direct a film.
I don't think he could either. I don't think he has I don't think that's his skill set.
Doesn't have the chops.
It's got to be 60 hours plus of somebody just fucking soliloquizing about
a series.
I don't know. Maybe he could do it. He could do a series. I think, but he doesn't want to do a series. He wants to do a movie. That's his whole thing.
He was a character in Refn's series.
That's right. Yeah, that's
What's
right.
that? Something Only the Good Die Young or some shit.
I think so.
Because the thing of it is, like, I think he can do a great job with like a condensed video game story. I don't think he'd be able to do a movie. I don't think he'd be able to do 2 hours. I don't think he can do like a 2-hour 30 effectively.
A Zero Dark 30.
A Zero Dark 30 he couldn't do effectively.
Yeah, I'd be curious. He should do it. He should, like, if Kojima wanted to, he should just like use his crazy celebrity scans and do like a Gary's Mod, like 30-minute short. Dude,
Let him play with his toys.
Fuck Gary's Mod. I need Hideo's Mod. Like, drop that shit.
Hitty's Mod.
Do Skibbity with fucking Guillermo
Skibbity toilet.
del Toro.
Kojima's take on Skibbity toilets would be fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Hitty taught me.
Before we even do the intro, can we talk about the menu a little bit?
Oh yeah, I fucking love it. And the jingle.
What are these familiar notes that are entering into my ears right now?
The greatest Konami jingle of all time.
The full version, the full song.
I don't know if I like the full song as much as I like the beginning little jingle.
Yeah, I guess when you're so used to it in the first like format, it's weird to hear. If you know the sample and you hear the full song, you're like, oh no.
Yeah. I'm like, no long cat.
Yucky. No long cat, only short cat.
Also, the logo is crazy because it's like the EVA, like actual logo.
I didn't know this was a real thing, but yeah, this is like actually on their suits in real life. But it has a gun.
Yeah, but the gun. I'm like, did somebody just fucking Microsoft
That's the cop.
paint
That's for the cop part.
Also, the fact that like it's us and the Eva thing, like it's a spin on the Vitruvian Man.
Yeah.
Like,
sure. It's got to be. Yeah.
I just think it's hilarious that you reference fucking Evangelion instead of what it actually is, which is the fucking Vitruvian Man.
Well, EVA suit is like legit. Like that's the suits that the astronauts use to do space walks.
Yeah.
Evangelion.
And this is the logo. I love the marble texture on the main menu.
Yeah, it's a marble countertop. It's very weird.
But
unless you might know what happens if you sit at the intro screen long enough, and this is fucking nuts. You kind of like talked a little bit about it with your English bin file. If you just sit here long enough, you will eventually see an English language summary. This is in the Japanese version, not the translation. In the Japanese release, you will see an English language summary of the prologue, Act 1, and part of Act 2, which feels fucking insane.
Why?
Like the legit Slow Beef was like, yeah, we had to take it out because that's nuts. And also it was already in English, so.
Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I also was reading that the FMVs at the beginning, where we're about to meet our characters and everything, actually spoil some shit that like the PC-98 didn't reveal until like Act 2 originally.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I kind of like it more. I like it like this more.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this Gundam ass intro cutscene.
Well, we meet our hero Jonathan Ingram, who is a private eye cum negotiator, which I know what it means, but just seeing the word "cum" in the
cum negotiator,
cum, he's a cum negotiator. You know what I mean? But he got in an accident on a spacewalk 25 years ago.
What was he doing in space?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because he's a police knot. He was a police knot.
Oh, what a police knot!
Can I get this in police knot?
They were the original cops in space. They were building a colony out in space, and they needed cops in space, and so the astronauts up there they pulled them from various like police agencies around the world. They were building.
Cannot wait for these fucking punch out ass character names.
My God! So it was a
it's
joint
like some
effort.
Real Bob Dugnut, like the baseball player, fucking Neo Geo.
Bobson Dugnut, yeah, dude. But it was this joint effort between
space,
I believe,
and the police,
space and the police and the knots. It was like Japan, Russia, and America were working to build this like colony in space. They were working together to do this thing.
Their first ever space colony completed in the year 2010, which is the year that I graduated high school. Just wanted to leave that in there.
Which is the year I was born again.
It's also the year that I
Christian.
graduated high school. I always
Let's
forget
go.
that me and Chad are like basically the same age. That's
Born in the same
wild.
week. Brought into this
Born
earth
in
in
the
the exact
same-
same week.
Born in the same week. Yeah.
Well, that'll make
We're-
things easier for me. I just have to go back to one time period, and then I can kill you both within 7 days.
You got some traveling to do, though.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
true.
Gotta go from Arizona to Toronto or to the
I was
little
not
town
born in
in-
Toronto.
Not in Toronto. That's
He was born in a train wreck.
object permanent.
Wait, is that a lyric from fucking Trainwreck 1979?
Yes, it is. I thought that's what you were doing.
No, I didn't do that on purpose. That's great.
I meant to say Ontario.
Thank you, Mrs.
I wasn't born in
Train
Ontario.
derailment.
Where were you born?
The East
Fucker?
Coast. I'm from like right above Maine.
Oh shit.
I've only been in Ontario for
Oh.
like 10 years. This is a
Oh.
relatively new.
Oh, when you say right above Maine, you still mean in Canada, though, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not
Oh,
from
okay.
Maine.
I
God.
thought it was like I was born in
Lord.
Could
fucking.
you imagine it's like the secret of
Tourism.
American the whole time,
He's been
baby.
from Maine this entire fucking time. What's above Maine in Canada?
Brunswick.
What's over there? New Brunswick. New Brunswick. Got it. Nailed
Kristen
it.
loves a Brunswick stew.
Hey, that we made 'em. That's ours.
All right, tell me more
So-
about these police officers.
Yes. So these police officers, they were five guys that were
Five
brought
guys.
in from various.
Liter-
five
oh
guys,
my
burgers
god,
and
they're the
fries.
five guys.
Whoa.
They're the titular five guys, burgers and fries. They were brought in to be these space cops, essentially the original astronauts. So you've got Gates Becker,
Yeah,
who's
from Scotland Yard.
From Scotland Yard. You've got
You gotta do voices for all these, by the way.
You got to do
Oh,
accents
God.
for all of them. So good luck
Yeah.
on the next one.
Okay, hold on.
Let's hear
Uh-oh.
Gates Becker real quick.
You've got Gates Becker from Scotland Yard.
That's that's
Oh,
okay.
fucking- it's pretty good.
I'll
That's
take
okay.
it. That's fine. As an American, if you're Scottish listening to this, and I know some of you are,
Scotland
I'm so
Yard.
sorry.
in
Scotland
London.
Yard is in
Oh,
London.
you're right, you're
It's
right.
not. It's not a Scottish
You're right.
thing. It's a
I
yeah.
know. Sorry.
I know. He
I
said
do.
sorry.
That
I
information
know.
is
I should
within
know
me.
better.
Yeah. You've got Salvatore Toscanini from the
Toscanini's-
NYPD.
Toscanini does sound like a freezer pizza brand.
It's
Yeah.
little Tuscany.
Yeah. Toscanidi's nuts. You know what I'm saying?
I guess I'm always saying that.
I refuse to do an accent for the next one. We've got so Salvatore Toscanini is from the NYPD. You've got Joseph Sadaoki Tokugawa, who is from the Tokyo Metro Police Department, and he is now the owner of this big conglomeration called the Tokugawa Group that does a bunch of stuff.
Also, on
Also.
Gray Fox's helmet, it's
Yeah, Tokugawa Heavy Industries. Yeah.
and in other things.
You've got Ed Brown, who is from the LAPD, who was the partner of Jonathan Ingram, also from the LAPD. So you've got these five cops from around the world that were brought together to become these Policenauts. So he gets in this accident. He was on a spacewalk. He gets in an accident, and then it's like some life pod or safety pod that he gets like trapped in.
I had to rewatch the cutscene again. His tether has the pod on it.
It's a survival
Yeah, it's
ball.
weird.
Yeah.
Survival
Yeah.
ball.
So what happens is the thing that the
was he
PC98
in
version
it?
does.
Like what happened?
So I think, yeah, that's not clear because they have to cut through it with a laser to even get to him, and he's like cryogenically frozen inside of there.
Yeah.
And what?
So
So
maybe
the
he
thing
like crawled in.
maybe I guess yeah. If it's
Because if it's
attached to
on
him.
his tether and he was untethered,
That's
at some point
true.
he must have like pulled it towards himself.
Mm.
And what the PC98 version doesn't show you that we saw is that during the spacewalk, he has like the space version of having his brakes cut, which that is his vernier thrusters have been sabotaged, and he basically just floats out into space. We don't know who or what the hell's going on. PC98 players are just like, what the hell are you talking about? But there's some sabotage afoot.
Oh yeah, listen.
But he's
all
in his
y'all.
little
Listen, all
pod.
y'all, it's a sabotage. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, so he's in the safety pod. You can read some newspaper articles later that everybody thought that, he's fucking, there's no way we'll be able to find him.
Yeah,
Got
They find him
clapped.
25 years later, they find him, and his entire fucking life is ruined. He's the
same age, physically.
Physically he's the same age as he was when he was cat, but everybody around him had aged. His wife moved to the colony beyond Coast in space and remarried, and basically he's doing this private eye stuff, and he's kind of down on his luck. And so you are in his office and you discover that he is waiting for a client to show up. And while you're waiting for the client to show up, you can investigate his desk and the room around him to see some stuff. And one of the things that you can investigate first is in the middle of his desk, and it's very important to him. Alessio, can you cue Chad's music so we can talk about it?
When you get shot, it hurts real bad. Let's give this a shot. It's Guns with Chad. Welcome to Guns with Chad, the show for all things root and toot, and most importantly, shooting. Today we are talking about Jonathan's Beretta. Guns with recoil aren't as popular anymore in this world, and most people use lift guns because in space, when you shoot, it pushes you backwards. When you get shot, it hurts real bad. Let's give this a shot. It's Guns with Chad. Terrifying.
Is there like a legitimate reason to want recoil?
No,
because he's
like
a fucking. He's
shit.
attached to. Yeah, exactly. He's like obsessed with the past.
Well, the same way. Well, the same way he doesn't like bent cigarettes.
Oh, right. They're like smokeless. It's Juul. He's describing Juul.
He's got a fucking vape. He's got a vaporizer.
I mean, I will say, as somebody who smoked for 10 years and who did vape like a Juul for like a year, cigarettes are vastly more like pleasurable.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tactile.
Yeah, it's wonderful. But I 100% like the great thing about Juul is my wife hated the smell of cigarettes. So that was like the compromise. And you can easily fucking have way too much nicotine if you never leave your desk and just suck on a fucking vape all day. So not great. Real quick, this is like current news. I don't know if you guys saw or not. The UK is very close to passing a law that will just ban cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
Like anyone who's under 18 right now, it will just roll so that you never are legally old enough to smoke. Yeah. That's crazy.
Jonathan would be fucking pissed.
They want to create a generation of non-smokers, and I think that's going to go over really well for them.
Yeah.
Who is it? I think Australia did that, didn't they? Somebody did. I swear to God, somebody somewhere has done this already.
What's it actually say? I know France tried to do a cigarette ban, and they literally rioted in the streets.
Oh.
I think the UK also tried a smoking ban like years ago that never went anywhere, and now they're just trying it again.
Yeah. They're like, wait a minute, what if we just let everybody smoke who currently smokes? And then just no one else can smoke.
Just don't tell them. Don't tell them how cool it is.
Just don't tell them.
Yeah. I'm not saying that smoking is good.
It's terrible.
It's just crazy to think that somebody's like, you're never allowed to ever fucking do this.
Yeah. And it's just like, also as somebody who also used to smoke, like, something about it, man.
Yeah.
It's just like,
talking to anybody who used to fucking smoke is like talking to somebody who's been like sober for 20 years.
Oh, yeah. Or like they went to war and they missed like the camaraderie of it. And they're like, oh, it was a different time. You wouldn't believe. We could, at a party, you could just go outside and talk to the other smoker and it was nice and cool out there.
Yeah. It's the only way you were able to go outside at a party. If you didn't have a cigarette, they'd beat you up.
Yeah. Like, what are you, fucking freak? Get out of here.
You nerd. Well, the thing is, like, I'm pretty close to now. I think next year will be 10 years since I had a cigarette.
Whoa!
No, like at all.
At all, yeah.
That's crazy.
I stopped a really long time ago.
Every once in a while, like a random loose cigarette will make its way to me.
It falls into your mouth.
Year and a half,
periodically. Yeah, I think I started smoking when I was 16, I think, and I stopped at 25. So I'm a year away from a decade of non-smoking, and like I will never do it again. Like, I'll never smoke again, but man, something about it.
Hey, don't get me started. I'll get my triple triad and a fucking
pack
of American Spirit Yellows. Never see me again. Speaking of packs of cigarettes, we should really quickly. I want to touch on the fact that like not only do we get a bunch of cool Kojima cameos during this like sick opening anime cutscene, you get like Solid Snake's neon sign.
Yep.
You get a Queen sign that's like assuming it's a reference to Snatcher, and then there's like I saw like metal pizza
metal.
Yeah,
Pizza metal.
and then also Jonathan just smokes Marlboros. I'm
Basically,
almost positive that
yeah.
that's illegal. Like that, the appearance of Marlboros in this was
They
not
didn't even
legally
try
approved.
because the beer just says beer, but they're like, fuck it, who cares, Marlboro? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they not
He
have
doesn't
any
call,
Japan?
I can't remember what they call.
presence?
They don't call them Marlboros, at least in the PS1 version. It's something different.
But like the actual image is a
The
Oh,
image
straight
itself,
up.
the
Yeah.
image is straight up a Marlboro
Yeah.
cigarette, but they don't call it that.
Mad.
But yeah, you just kind of learn some like context about the world as you're waiting for this client to show up. So you learn about these bent cigarettes, which are basically vapes, where instead of lighting them, like you bend the tip of it and it lights it, and you can
I hate
smoke,
that.
and it's smokeless, so they call them bent cigarettes. You also learn that beer is so hard to get that basically every beer in the city and in the country is imitation beer. You can look at the answering machine, and it's mostly just like inconsequential stuff to kind of tell you that he doesn't have a lot going on right now.
Got it.
Like it's just people calling him and just like, hey, where's my fucking money? You're a dead man, and like all this other stuff, and just like threatening him and shit. And it's like
There
a woman
is,
calls him and is like, I where are you at? I'm at a bar right now. And it's just, yeah.
And what bar is she
Okay.
at? What music is playing in the background of this woman's this phone call? It's the Outer Heaven music playing behind her.
That's
From Snatcher.
crazy.
That's fucking
Very
sick.
cool.
That's awesome. I didn't even catch that.
We
That's
love
awesome.
a callback.
And then the last message you get is this really garbled, fucked up message that just says the signboard has an extra pair of legs, which is an interesting. I don't know what that means anything.
Wonder when that
feels like fucking Twin Peaks line.
It
Yeah.
did feel like a Twin Peaks line. You're right.
Hell yeah.
You discover that this client that he's supposed to be meeting is trying to find their 4-year-old son who went missing, and then you kind of learn that it's strange that it's a ransom because these days it's easier to just sell a kidnapping victim and get money for their organs, essentially. So the fact that this person is asking for a ransom is strange, and he has a very bad feeling about it.
Jonathan seems very ambivalent about it. He's like, fucking kid's organs are probably cut out. He's probably into pieces right now. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
I mean, if anything, that does paint a picture that he probably deals with it a lot.
that's
I
true.
think.
Yeah.
Which is, that's
Yeah.
pretty bleak. That's good world building. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You can also look at pictures on his desk of his ex-wife Lorraine. She is a Nisei. I don't know if that's an actual term or something.
It's a real word. I looked
It
it
is,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's really,
It means second
Okay.
generation in Japanese.
they have words for every generation. It's kind of wild.
Huh. Oh yeah, each
Would the next one be Sansei?
No, I don't think it is.
It never fucking is. When you do like a meal set,
It's never
or whatever,
san, yeah.
it's never what you want it to be. It's like, what the fuck, you guys? They're like, we have a specific word for 5 pencils, and it sounds like no
true,
other
yeah.
iteration of 5.
And 5 people is a different thing.
A
Yeah.
totally different word. Fucking hate it so
I've
much.
always known like 4 to be yon, but like they don't really use that for 4, do they?
Yeah,
Or
it's
is
like
there many?
taboo because 4 also signifies death.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
something like the
yeah.
kanji for 4. What is the other one? It's no. It's holy shit. 7 has 2. You've got Nana, and then you've got
Is it one of them is she? I can't remember if that's 4 or 7
it's
though.
she. No, she
She-
is the alternate for
she-
7. I thought.
No, she is the alternate for 4.
Got it.
I'm pretty sure.
Got
I
it.
could be.
Anyway, Japanese is a fun language.
Whatever. So she's half Japanese. She's basically half Japanese, half American.
Goddamn, those half
Goddamn,
Japanese
these
girls.
half Japanese girls. Yeah.
We did it, America. Mission accomplished. Wrap up the podcast. We did it. But yeah, so you find out that like they were married. He still wears his wedding ring.
They were married on
Very
August
Snatcher
24th, which is Kojima's birthday.
Aww. Also, the day
but-
that the translation released.
Yeah, apparently they were just basically ready, so they were like, "Fuck it, let's just wait until it
Oh,
happens."
that's
And then yeah,
Apparently, Nintendo does that. I read a whole article where Nintendo finishes their games and then they just like sit on them and wait until like, oh, it'd probably be good if we released it in this little window.
Huh.
That's crazy. They're like the only dev on the fucking planet that's like, what if we just made all the games first and then just like wait?
But yeah, so you find out about Lorraine and how, like I said, I mentioned up top, he was in cryo-sleep for 25 years and everybody thought he was dead and gone, and
was discovered by a vessel named Propaganda.
Ooh.
Which is
I didn't
an
catch
interesting
that.
name.
That's awesome.
His muscles were all fucked up, of course, and he also suffers from cosmophobia, which is something that's going to come up quite a bit.
Yeah,
Little guy got spooked. Poor little guy.
He's like Gene Starwind from my favorite anime, Outlaw Star.
It's an Otacon ass fucking line.
Famously also
God.
afraid of space due to trauma. I'm gonna be real.
That's my best friend, everybody.
If I went in and out of space on the reg, I would also be fucking horrified.
It does seem like pretty scary.
Seeing Jonathan get cut loose and just float during the opening, it's like my
yucky.
biggest fear.
Yucky.
It's
icky,
infinite drowning. You're drowning in infinity.
bad.
Yeah, you're running out of air and dying from malnutrition simultaneously. Like,
Yeah.
it's the worst.
Yeah.
We have a newspaper clipping from the Neo Kobe Times.
Oh, I didn't
yeah.
catch that. That's
He
fucking
mentions that
rad.
like the most popular papers in Neo Kobe Times. Yeah, it's crazy.
There's a ton of Snatch
We love
references
we
in this
love
game.
a
It's
we love a
crazy.
callback.
Yeah, how many references there are? I'm starting to wonder. Like, do they just exist in the same?
It can.
timeline?
The timelines don't work, I don't think.
No,
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
Just change the
He'd be
date?
doing that.
just to kiki on them a little bit. Just a little kiki they had.
Well, we got to
You know,
find out where
you know,
my
we-
Hajeels are at, and I'm very excited.
God.
He's coming.
He's coming. Yeah, so you explore this. I think you can like look at the news articles. You can look at the picture of the Policenauts, and he'll explain everybody that was in.
Oh, this is the
Policenauts
only way
then.
that the PC-98 had no intro cutscene with narration. So the only way anyone learned about any of that on the PC-98 version was through this photograph.
Whoa.
Interesting. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's why, because it's weird playing the prologue. I was like, it feels like a lot of people repeat a lot of the same shit. But then I started to deep dive all the different versions, and I think they're just like vestigals from that.
One of the articles you could read also reveals that Jonathan, not on top of the Policenaut stuff, actually in training to become a Policenaut, was one of the first humans to land on Mars. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it specifies how long he was there, but he was there long enough that is what either caused or sped up the deterioration of his marriage to Lorraine. So Mars will do that.
Yeah. Mars attacks.
Mars
man.
needs more moms.
Mars attacks.
Yeah, so you kind of get some context about Jonathan, about the world a little bit here, and again the famous 8 things. If you investigate 8 things, you get a knock on the door, and Jonathan thinks it is his client, who has shown up on time for once. One of the things that you also do learn is that he has a video phone, but he has the video disabled because he prefers to meet people in person, and people don't typically like that very much.
This guy's all about some in-person meetings.
Yeah.
Anything
a little bit
old
too much,
school.
actually.
He's like, I need a rotary watch. I need
No
real
rights for
cigarettes.
women.
Yeah, no rights for women.
Mm-hmm.
No credit cards for women. Basically just nothing for women.
No bras for women.
Sign me up.
That's the future I want.
Hell yeah.
If you ask many women, I'd also think that they would.
I mean,
also
that's
do not
yeah.
want
Yeah, because
no
we're
bras for
feminists.
women as well.
Yeah, that's true. Well, if we all want it.
Well, what are we doing? Hold on, give me a second. No. Fuck. God. But he says doors unlocked, come on in, and it is not his client, but a mysterious woman who he immediately recognizes as Lorraine, who, despite being 25 years older, still the fox he knew. He recognized that broad anywhere.
I thought you said that bra.
Lord. This shot might be the most like noir. Like this whole scene, this might be like the most noir thing.
The
Kojima's
fucking
ever done.
the Venetian blinds, even.
Yeah, it's so good. I love the whole conversation that he has with Lorraine too, where she's just like, "You look like you haven't aged a single day since when you left or whatever." And like, I don't know, they just keep going back and forth. Chad and I were talking off mic early on that it's kind of fucked up that you can ask Lorraine about her daughter, and she's like, "Yeah, I have a 27-year-old daughter who looks just like I did, and she's single."
Ick flash forward. I was like, motherfucker, this is gonna be a fucking thing. She's gonna be important later, and it's gonna be a fucking thing. This man is gonna fucking hit on his ex-wife's daughter.
Oh no! What if it's an old boy? What if it's an old boy? What if he finds out? What if that's the twist? What if Kojima's pulling a fucking old boy? That's why he's like, we can't tone it down. I need this. I need the player to be a culprit.
Oh no!
Oh, Chad's already played it. He knows.
I can't say anything. I just got to sit here. And
I need this man to fuck his daughter.
I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything about it, but I can't remember if I've told you guys this or not. But me and a buddy in New York went to go see Old Boy for like the 20-year anniversary or something. And it just so timed out that, and we had planned it like months in advance. It just so timed out that was the night I told my buddy I was having a daughter.
I think you told me this story.
He was
That's
like,
amazing.
"What the fuck, dude?"
By the way.
Yeah, by the way. Weird timing.
Surprise. Yeah, let's use Old Boy as a delivery method for this news. That's good.
That'd be fucking wrong.
He told me at my fucking wedding.
That's right, yeah.
At the poor
he told me at the poor cum shed. Yeah, he told me at my wedding, tell his friend at Old Boy's greeting. That's crazy. The situations are not created equal.
True.
It's a shame because other than the old boy fucking potential old boy situation part of this dialogue, I think I don't even know who it's to the credit of. It's like the translation team or Kojima, or I think Mitsuo Mitsuki is who worked on the scenario with him for this game. But the dialogue is already like a marked improvement over Snatchers.
Yeah.
Like it just feels there's more depth to it. It feels more mature. It feels natural. It doesn't feel like you're just talking to a character who was written to be a video game character. But it's also very sad. And I'm glad that we played Snatcher first because this is a much better implementation of time shifted grief than the Gillian Harry stuff. This is how it should have been. He nailed it here in a way that he didn't in Snatcher. And another quick thing about dialogue I didn't bring up earlier when we were talking with generalities is that I like that, again, unlike Snatcher, this game will often remember what optional dialogue options you chose, like what you said to people and what you didn't. And people will occasionally just straight up treat you differently and talk to you differently, which was, I think, something that we all disliked, where Gillian would like assault someone and then be like, "That's my best friend. That's my guy. That's my coworker buddy, Gillian, who just tried to fucking molest me." So this does a much better job. I will give it those flowers.
Yeah, I mean, there are, ick aside, and here's the deal. So Chad and I were also speaking about this. I think that specifically, it's weird, right? And like Lily, I don't know what your take on this is, but it almost feels non-consensual to play a game that is not ostensibly about horny shit, that like forces you to be like a party to some fucking weird horny shit, as opposed to like, like us gamer Americans who love Dead or Alive or Criminal Girls or Shantae or Skullgirls or Galgun or Dragon's Crown or One Chanbara or Bayonetta
or Honey Pop
or Stellar Blade
or whatever
or Brown Dust 2, Snowbreak, Omega Labyrinth, Z,
Femboy,
Knights of Azure, you know what I mean? Nekopara. You like at least those are like, it feels like a consensual experience. You know what I mean? Like everyone involved. But I feel like in Policenauts, the game I'm there to play is not the game I'm being presented, and that's why it feels icky.
That is actually, I can't believe that you set up this actually really interesting idea with this fucking ridiculous bit. But that is a really good point. Yeah. It's kind of like it keeps trying to pull you off the rails into weird horny land, and I don't like it very much.
Yeah, like you showed up wanting to watch a fucking, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say Kojima is the equivalent of a David Fincher, but you show up trying to watch David Fincher's The Game, and then like they keep making you watch like swingers porn in the middle of it. And you're like, no. Can we just get back to like the actual dramatic shit that's going on?
Yeah, you're like, I'll play a swingers porn game, just not right now.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, let me choose.
Alessio was like Bubba from Forrest Gump, except instead of shrimp, it's fucking H games.
Bubba Gump's H games.
Bubba Gump's H games Emporium.
We even have a location in Times Square.
You got One Chanbara. You got Unipop. That's
I
about
forgot
it.
about that. That's what you meant.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a weird pull.
Shrimp cocktail.
That's my favorite H game, shrimp cocktail.
Oh, yeah.
Shrimp cocktail.
Yeah, you just throw a net out there and you pull it up and you got all these H games. I don't play a lot of those. I play some of them. I'll let you guys figure it out.
Send in your comments. Guess which ones Alessio plays.
Yeah. Yeah, so what is the case that Lorraine is bringing to our gumshoe desk?
Husband go bye-bye. Where husband?
Where husband go? Me no know.
Where husband?
Where husband?
Her husband has like the weirdest. It felt like a double stereotype name for video games in particular. It was like Kenzo Hojo.
Kenzo Hojo. An employee of Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals, the same one as our former Policenauts buddy, who is the head of the family. We get this pitch. She gives you this picture of the two of them, and it looks like he's holding her hostage.
Oh yeah, he's got his like arm around her fucking neck, like it's.
And I can try and see if I can pull it up. It looks like there's like a transparent like PNG background in it for like one tiny little bit of the photo. Let me see if I can pull it up and at least send it to the two of you.
It's like the end of Lilo and Stitch, but like somebody fucking copy and pasted him into the photo.
I will find it we'll come back to
How
it.
crazy would it be if she's like catfishing Jonathan? Like she's not actually married to this guy. She just like sends him on a wild goose chase with like
it's
a
not even Lorraine.
Photoshop.
That's why she won't step into the room. It's not actually Lorraine at all.
Yeah. I don't want you to see me. I don't want you're gonna look and think I'm old. Because you are.
I'm so old.
If you want to zoom in on that photo and look like right above her head, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Oh yeah, it is. Like the squares, like the gray and white.
I think it's the shady. They're trying to do like the light on the top of her head.
Well,
you think
I see what you're saying. No, it's a chain link fence. The chain link fence.
Oh, is it a fence?
Oh, it is.
Yes, it is a chain link fence. Yeah, it did look
this
like a
whole
PNG
screenshot
background.
looks so fucking Phoenix Wright, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, big time.
Also, the lighting on her face, I get.
Oh, it makes her look like a completely different race.
Could they not have lowered the shadow down a little bit more or something, or like cut it deeper? Because it just looks like I'm black from the chin up.
She's doing blackface for sure.
Lorraine, no.
Lorraine. Good
She's
thing.
like,
You racist bitch. I'm glad about what's gonna happen to you.
She's like, I'm here with a case for you. I can't stop doing blackface. Can you please help me?
I don't know how I would even approach that. She said, speaking of race, actually, she says that she met Kenzo at a Matsuri on Beyond, which is just like a Japanese festival. And Jonathan goes, "What the fuck were you?" Jonathan goes, "What the fuck were you doing there?" And she's like, "Jonathan, I'm half Japanese." You knew this. And he's like, "Oh yeah."
Right. Got you. I remember. Totally.
I also feel like I feel like I almost said Gillian. I feel like Jonathan looks like the most Japanese main character in a Kojima game, and yet it's very
Fully
strange
American.
the way he's treating Japanese people. But
he does look like Gillian. Like their faces are very similar.
Yeah,
very similar people.
Also, kind of looks like a young Snake.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Mel Gibson could play Snake if he was just a younger man.
Snake is Gillian, is Jonathan.
Paul is dead.
Illuminati.
Hell yeah. I'm sorry, did you say Pluto?
Or did you say Plato?
Plato. BBC.
Yeah, I don't know why in every single Kojima game somebody will say something and somebody else will be like, did you say
fucking
these nuts? Like, it just doesn't.
No. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
She does bring up the
so-
name of the Plato. She doesn't know. They specifically say Plato, which I don't. Surely you can just say Plato in Japanese if that's what they were talking about. And that's interesting considering that Plato also was a thing in Snatcher and Plato's Cavern.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So we have another one added to
Plato's closet.
the ticker.
Kojima really likes Plato.
Did you say Plato's closet? That's awesome.
I did.
That's better. It should have been called that instead.
Well, that's an actual.
Oh, that's
story.
right. That's a store down here.
Oh,
It's like
that's
a
the real
secondhand
one. Plato's Cavern is
Yeah.
what it's. Yeah,
cavern,
that's right.
cavern, yeah. So Kenzo
Yeah, what are the
Kenzo is
clues?
missing. Kenzo is missing. She mentioned like he has a routine. He leaves for work. He's a salaryman, comes home at the same time every day, but he had been getting more and more aggressive and like weird, and then he just disappeared. And that's extremely strange.
It's like 3 weeks, right? She said he went
yeah.
to work 3 weeks ago and just never came back.
Never came home. And he gave her a couple of things. He gave her some capsules with the Tokugawa logo that on them, and he gave her a pressed leaf.
Half of a press leaf, even.
Half
love
of a
that-
pressed leaf.
I love that he's just like, here's some shit from inside my pocket. Leave me alone.
She's like, does this mean anything, sir?
He's some lint, a fucking old Skittle, like
a
There
receipt
you
for
go.
some Snickers.
CVS,
What could it mean?
a CVS receipt.
Oh God, it's like 18 pages long.
And then again, she said this mysterious word plateau, and that's when Jonathan has did you say? And so that happened. And she's
Saint
just like
nerd.
So she's just like, you have to find him. I don't know what else to do. I don't have anybody else to go to. And he's like, kind of reluctant. He doesn't accept her request then and there. He says he needs to think about it. And she like expresses like if and to be clear here, he was gone for 25 years. Let me just
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
make a point.
Yeah.
I've only been
She-
with my wife for 15 years, and it has felt like an eternity. Like in a good way. In a
Jesus.
good way. I just mean it feels like
Jesus.
that came out very wrong. It has felt
This
like a
shit's lasting
lifetime.
forever.
I've only been with my wife for 15 years and I fucking hate this bride. All right.
Laugh
Who's
track.
with me?
Where my dog's at?
Where my dog? Where my Hajiel's at?
Where my Hajiel's at? No, I just mean it's felt like a full life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like
Sure.
15 years. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, like that's crazy to be gone for 25. Like,
Yeah. And that's the same. I mean, and even similar, like me and Chelsea have been together for 5. We've been married for about 3. And it's same. It just feels like that's just what life has been the entire time. So
yeah, it's nuts.
25.
Imagine whoever you were dating 25 years ago, when I guess you were a child, if they just came back and were like, what's up?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Like, oh,
nothing
you moved
happened.
on. You're like, yeah, dude. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you
Well, she like
talking-
expresses regret too. She's like, as she's leaving, she's like, if you'd only been found a little sooner.
Yeah.
What? Like, what is a little sooner? Like 2 weeks from now? Like,
But I
like,
get it. I get how this
well,
is
if
like.
Gillian
I'm
would have
trying
come
to
home
imagine.
a little earlier, maybe something else. could
I
have
also
happened.
thought of that too, which is horrifying. I hate what this has done to me.
I do. This whole thing with Lorraine and Jonathan does feel almost more mature than anything in Snatcher. Like
Yeah.
right off the
Oh,
bat.
right off the bat.
Yeah,
And it
immediately.
gets your hopes up because you're like, oh, this is fucking, what a great intro. Not unlike Snatcher.
Yeah.
The intro of Snatcher is like, this
Yeah.
is fucking cool as hell.
Yeah.
And this is also
Yeah.
great.
And it continues for a little bit too after this, right? So
Yeah.
she leaves, goes downstairs, and Jonathan like is looking down at her, walking to her car longingly. She mentions that she like rented a car from the hotel she's staying at. And she thinks she's being followed as well. That's also important.
Mhm.
She mentions she thinks she's being followed. So Jonathan is like looking down at her, walking to her car, and then he notices footprints in front of the car, walking to her car and then away from her car. And he looks up and he sees something across the street.
A ninja?
Some type of
Somebody
guy in a
wearing
suit.
It's one of the Zodiac warriors wearing a fucking
Yeah.
falcon helmet. I don't know what's going on.
And he's got a trigger, and he yells at her,
It was
like,
really
get away
sad, actually.
get away
It-
from the
It
car.
was pretty impactful when it happened.
Yeah, and she turns around and looks, and she kind of like recognizes something's about to happen, and then he presses the button, the car explodes, and she kind of like flies over.
She goes
He
flying.
runs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
she
crazy.
really does. So he comes running down after her.
I will say this: while I was playing and he starts running down the stairs, I was like, "Oh shit, we're about to start shooting!" And I, no joke, was like, "Where the fuck's my gun?" And was like grabbing around my desk looking for the gun. So it felt like very high stakes. I was
Officer
like, "Oh shit,
Summerfield.
oh shit."
Officer Summerfield, a cab.
Shit, where's my gun?
I also I want to go back because I just looked at my notes again and I forgot to bring up one thing that I thought was really fucking funny. There's this when she brings up the word plateau and asks if he knows what it means. There's this dramatic pause where he goes, plateau. Nope, no idea. I'm just like, brother, come on.
That's so good.
Anyway, but yeah, so he runs downstairs. He doesn't check on her. I think he's more concerned with getting the guy,
Which is weird.
Yeah,
But if he checked on her, we wouldn't have this awesome action set piece. So
yeah,
He knew. He's like, she's fucked.
And
she just got
you
blown up.
Yeah, basically, it's like she's dead. Fuck it. But yeah, so you go downstairs and you go and you get into this this like shooting scene. You have to kind of like find the guy. He's like hiding across the street. And so the scene pops up and now you can like aim your red dot sight and it's pretty cool. It's like a shooting gallery basically. It's this like point.
Well, and the AI is actually like pretty fucking good because he would pop out. I would shoot at him and maybe hit him, maybe miss him, and then he would like go back behind cover, and it didn't feel like a prescriptive amount of time. And the way that he would pop out would even be like very random, like where he would pop. Like it was crazy. It felt like very real. Like it was cool.
You'll shoot at him a little bit, and eventually a garbage truck kind of like drives by, and he
a garbage truck drives through a firefight. This is the most oblivious fucking garbage truck driver I've ever seen in my life. He's like, doo-doo-doo-doo.
Hey,
Also,
man,
what time is Lorraine meeting Jonathan? Because if there's something I know about garbage trucks, they either show up incredibly early in the morning or like at fucking 3 and like it's either 3 in the morning or 9 a.m.
This is home, brother. This is
old LA. Like, we do a little differently down here.
We do things a little differently.
Garbage trucks are just normal vehicles.
I got my mom's garbage truck for the weekend.
I love putting all my friends in the back and just pulling down the left.
You're killing us.
Oh my god. I want to operate the claw.
It's the third social circle this month.
The third social circle this month.
That's so many. I was making them this fast.
It's like shit, man. I don't have that many friends generally. That's crazy.
Gotta sell my friend juice.
Social line. It's not a circle. There's not enough.
Yeah, it's like a social scatter plot, man.
It's like a broken social scene.
Wow.
That's CanCon. That's CanCon right there.
Hell yeah!
CanCon,
wait, are they? Oh fuck. Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
I do like how we kind of see this street during the opening cutscene too, because it kind of feels like we're like traveling to some. It's almost like a Souls moment where you're like, "Oh, I saw that over here before.
Oh, sure.
I'm in it."
Yeah, the garbage truck is even in the scene where the car explodes. Like they had it there, ready to go. It was kind of nice.
Yeah. Also, like, there's like fucking vehicle explosion. Why is this garbage truck just casually driving down the street?
He's high.
Dude,
he's got
he's
dead
driving.
friends in the back.
He's fucking listening to Deftones in his headphones while he's driving. Then
He's got his friends in the back.
He's crushing his friends, rocking to some Deftones.
This sounds really cool.
Good life. Good life.
All those kids that Jonathan's looking for, they're in that fucking the dump truck.
They're in the. Did you see the cum truck?
Oh no!
Dump truck. I said dump.
Not the cum negotiator truck.
The way that you got.
I had forgotten.
I had forgotten about the cum negotiator truck. Holy fuck, dude. Oh my god. No. So you shoot him for a while. He escapes down an alley.
That son of a bitch. Before that, though, you can look.
Oh, you can do some.
You can have a
Oh,
look
trust me,
around.
Alessio. I wasn't gonna fucking forget. Duh,
No,
please.
before that, even once the garbage truck goes by, if you were listening to the voicemail message earlier, you can see his legs behind the sign that is held up by two other fake statues, and that's how you know where he is.
I was
The
there
sign is
for
for
a
Speed
hot.
King.
I
which
was
is
there for a
comedy.
hot minute, and then I was like, I'm gonna shoot that little foot, and then he
Give me that
popped
little
out.
foot.
And I
Yeah,
was like,
pop
I'm
oh,
gonna get.
little-
I'm gonna get your foot.
Get his little ankle.
Yeah. He's showing ankle. That's haram, bro.
Mm.
I do, I do love the fact that like if you're using the light gun, you have to like shoot off the screen to reload, like fucking Time Crisis style.
Mm.
It's pretty tight.
It makes me feel really cool, yeah. In VR. I'm not actually doing it in real life, so I guess that,
Yeah, I mean,
You
how cool
can-
could you be?
my wife is just
You
watching me
can-
shaking her head from across the room. while I'm just-
I think 90% of VR enthusiasts have a spouse who just shakes their head while watching them
Yep.
from across the room.
Yeah, that's part of the ownership.
Part of the charm, man.
Just fucking
Gotta
touching
live with it.
walls.
Punching the dog.
Let me
Hitting
talk
knee-high
about this
tables.
this fucking strip club, man.
Sorry.
So you can, before you go down the alley, you can investigate some storefronts and
Gotta get your nut.
gotta get your nut. Jonathan investigates. He says there's this is a strip club that employs these, his words, so-called women that have had sex changes via gene therapy, that the city is unfortunately famous for.
Does he say unfortunately?
Oh,
Jesus
He
shit.
does
Christ.
say, he says unfortunately the city's famous for him.
Holy shit. I gotta see if I can
Um,
find the Saturn Let's Play because I do think it was worded different.
So it is, and I can
Yeah.
real quick.
Well, let me
Lily, you can
say
say your
in
piece
the,
first, obviously.
in the PS1 version, they're called biovestites.
Yeah. Which is
Far less charming pun, and not even really a pun, just fucked up and weird.
so.
So you imagine me being who I am playing this. That was super cool to read. He really does just wants to fuck a trans woman, doesn't he? He's negging him.
I think he's too scared.
He is
I
too
think he's
scared.
too scared.
Yeah.
He is too scared. He couldn't handle it.
So it may sound crazy when I say that when I played this in the Saturn version, it actually gave me a little shred of hope. Because, okay, so like 99% of the translation on the Saturn version, the one that came out like 7 years later or whatever, it's all based around the PS1 translation. It's very similar, but there are small changes. And in the Saturn version, he doesn't. So first of all, he doesn't say, unfortunately, he doesn't even say so-called women. He doesn't say anything like that.
Yeah.
He simply explains that it's a strip club for dancers who have undergone sex change via gene therapy. And this is very corny, refers to them as transgendered, which
Yeah.
becomes
which
less-
which is what like
it
when I
becomes more
wrote
silly and less evil when you know that it was called biovestites before. You're like, woof, that's
Yeah.
fucking rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why when I took a screenshot and posted it to the Discord to you guys that I was like, oh, it's kind of like a corny pun. It's kind of like
Yeah.
not that bad. And then when Lily sounded off, I was like, oh no. Like at first I was like, fuck, did I just like read this so wrong?
No,
And then
it's
I
just the
noticed that it
PS1
was
version's
very
fucking. PS1 version's just fucking scuffed, is all.
So based on that, there are some things later on that I'm hoping have also been adjusted because there's some fucking in that PlayStation version, Lily's in for a ride. There are some lines that will shock you if you don't know that they're coming. Some words are said. But yeah, so I'm hoping that that's a I don't know, a sign of good things to come as far as updating the translation. And good on them for good on them for making that decision and realizing that biovestites is not a thing that you should be calling anybody.
I wonder if they changed the like actual Japanese between titles.
Yeah, I'm curious. I don't know what the pun would have been in Japanese. Yeah.
I will also admit here is where I stopped taking very thorough notes because I stopped giving a fuck.
Did you get the
that'll do
Did you
it.
get the second store?
I don't know. I stopped checking after that because I was so frustrated. I legitimately I got really angry when I read all of that, and I was like, "Fuck! I just need to fucking play this game."
Right.
And so I just chased him down the alley after I read that. So I didn't see the other storefront.
The second story is like way worse, almost to a comical level, where I was like, could it not have just been like, here's a store in old LA where they sell movie props? It's literally a video rental store that sells VR of CP. And I'm just like, was that needed?
Kojima's just like, it's a bad place, man. You don't understand.
Yeah,
you don't understand. This is a rough city. You don't get it. You're like, no, I get it.
Also,
you're like, no, you don't. I don't think you understand.
Question. Considering that this is the same man that wrote in a 14-year-old shower scene, what constitutes CP to him?
Yeah, they actually they sell Snatcher there. You can fucking buy. You can just buy it.
Yeah, that was crazy though. I remember because I read the transgenders thing and I was like, oh, that's kind of a silly thing. Let's see what this other store is.
If I read transgenders, I would have laughed. I would have thought that was fucking yay, yeah, funny.
And then I read the next one.
So-called women, like, unfortunately, the city's known for them. Fuck off.
Yeah.
They even do a thing with the updated translation for the Saturn one. It's implied that it's like gender neutral too. Like it's not just like trans women, that it's like trans men. So they really
it actually
kudos to them. They did.
Yeah, I don't think it
try.
Yeah.
To make it better.
Anyway, let's talk about White Blood.
White blood. I will mention one thing that I did write down here, because I did write down like my funny things. Is that the dumpster somebody just spray painted the word fuck on the dumpster?
Amazing.
The translator notes were that they didn't have to translate that. They were like, it was already like that.
It just said fuck. That's great.
The Japanese love the word fuck.
Yeah, that makes up for biovestites totally.
We got this little fucking trash bag that starts to move, and then if you shoot it, a little rat comes out. But then a man comes out from another section, and you got fight.
Oh, that's a man.
That's a man right there.
I had forgotten.
You are black, and you certainly are male.
And then after this, you chase them down to the end of the alley, and somebody just writes on the fucking ground in white blood, I'll kill you.
I'm always doing that. This is a particularly egregious part where at the end of the alleyway, you no joke, just have to randomly click things 16 times. It doesn't matter what the combination is. You just got to click stuff until something happens,
that's very Snatcher.
Yeah, it sucks. It's very Snatcher.
16 is a very high number for that.
I think you can get. I saved during this, and I think I got the cutscene to pop earlier by doing that, because I don't think I clicked stuff 16 times, but I did happen to save, and then the cutscene played right as soon as I saved.
Oh, nice.
So I'm curious if that. I don't know. I hacked.
Yeah, I feel like if I was trying to tune it, I kind of feel like 10 would be the max.
Yeah,
like
10
16
is
feels
10.
high, dude.
Yeah, 16 is too much. Even Snatcher, I don't think is ever like. I guess maybe it does hit 16 at a couple of times, maybe.
Yeah, but usually it's like engaging enough to where you want to click on shit. You are clicking on shit regardless.
That's true.
But I guess the whole impetus to it being 16 was probably just like, oh my God, where is he? Where'd he go? Is he over here?
Yeah, like the frantic nature of it.
But 16 is a lot. We get this sick fucking anime cutscene of a dude on a motorcycle. It's
fucking ruled, dude. I'll admit, like, I forgot about the fucking shit for a second. It's brought me back for a hot second. Yeah, I forgot about the biovestites. Yeah, about the hate crime against me. Yeah, for sure.
Hideo Kojima is like, look, you'll thank me later.
You'll be ashamed of your words and deeds. Not liking my little pun that I made.
Oh no. But yeah, this bike it's not like a hog or anything. This is like a fucking Kawasaki, just sort of like a super speed bike starts coming at you. And then Jonathan just fucking holds his ground like a goddamn man and just fucking unloads on this fucking dude. And then the biker just doesn't even hit him. He just pops a wheelie and dodges and gets on out of it.
and then the cops arrive far too late, as always.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what happened?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Whoa.
Then they shot Jonathan and arrested him, and they're like, surely you did this. But then, an age-old question is answered.
The eternal question.
Where my Hajil's at?
Right here.
Right here.
Watching the
Random
crime.
is right here.
He's here watching.
Yeah, we go
Let
back.
the boy watch.
Jonathan's holding Lorraine in his arms, who is dying, but they're having like sort of like a final conversation where they're both still kind of stuck in the past. It's actually
while random Hajil watches over his shoulder.
Yeah, legitimately confirmed by Hideo Kojima himself. Random Hajil, before the PlayStation version went gold, they slipped in random into this crowd for some reason.
I can't tell you how excited I got when I realized that you could actually answer where my Hajil's at in this fucking follow-up video game that's not even supposed to be related to Snatcher. I was like, that's unbelievable.
Where's my Hajil at? Shepherding Lorraine to the other side, apparently. That's where my Hajil's at.
It was Hajil's ghost.
He walks
like Zach from fucking Final Fantasy.
Oh my god. He walks up to Jonathan and just goes, "You don't even know how to love somebody properly."
Holy shit.
And he's like, "God damn, brother."
And he doesn't have the scars on him from what happened at the end of Snatcher, because when you die, you're perfect in the afterlife. You know what I mean? No more pain.
We're all
No more
perfect
pain for Hajil.
in the eyes of God.
So in heaven, we all look like Hajil because that's the perfect man.
Yes.
Yep.
It's the perfect being.
It's true.
But yeah, so Lorraine unfortunately passes of Jonathan's arms and is
It's actually very sad. Like
Yeah.
it's a very sad scene. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's sad because of the time they didn't have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we end up on this fucking space shuttle.
Yeah. It's actually really cool because like you're watching it and then like it's just a static scene, and then the flight attendant like just starts floating because they're in 0G because they're going to the colony. They're in space now. It's pretty cool for a moment.
Visually, the inside of the plane is like almost a 1-to-1 reference to the space plane that we see in 2001: A Space Odyssey. I think there's even a floating pad and everything.
Nice.
Yeah,
I did find out in some notes that they were saying that like the pen floating and all this other shit they put in as CG after and just matted out the seats so that like when it floated by, it would hide behind the seat.
That's cool. That's smart.
Yeah. Oh, there was also one note I wanted to, the lead programmer who we talked about, what's his name? Okamura said that the whole section up until the space shuttle that we just played, they developed and iterated and redid over and over and over and over and over because it included the core gameplay loop with every piece.
Oh, I guess.
So it was like investigation, conversation, action shootout. And so he said this first section of the game he had seen like an infinite number of times.
Holy shit.
They had just retooled it so much. So I'm sure he loved that opening by the end of it. But yeah, because Lorraine said that her ex-husband disappeared on Beyond, Jonathan decides to get over his fear of space and his literal motion sickness or whatever, to board American Space Lines Flight 797. Very weird. We're also going to get another very fucking weird, like the TV thing is weird.
An 8-hour flight is I've done an 8-hour flight, and that's where I kind of start to lose it a bit. I can't even fathom a 2-day long flight seated next to Takeshi 6ix9ine, basically. This is fucking awful.
Fucking this guy, man. This dude's name is
Tony Redwood.
Tony Redwood.
Yeah, so like a Native American from King of the Hill. He's got one of those things.
Yeah. I listen.
That name does not match that man.
No.
He's got purple hair, face tattoos, no pupils. Like he looks like a fucking high elf or something.
He does a bandaged arm. And listen, I don't know for sure because I haven't gotten that far. I'm just gonna call my shot here. All right.
I think you're gonna call all of our shot.
That's the guy.
Well, Jonathan's shot, definitely.
Yeah. That's the guy.
Yeah, that's the one with the white blood. You know, the guy sitting next to you talking about white blood is probably the guy who lost the white blood in the alley.
Yeah. Well, and again, part of the scene with the guy on the bike is that he does get shot in the arm, and he's like losing a lot of blood from his arm. And what what happened? Oh, Tony Redwood had bandage on her arm.
That's weird. For some reason, Tony Redwood, his whole vibe just reminds me of Alex Hill.
What?
It's just like she's basically called Alex a big asshole.
I mean,
I think it's the hair length and just the chilling, the general demeanor.
Because he's pretty chill here. He's not too
Sure.
bad in this conversation. Because you do have to pass the time by talking to him, asking him how long it is until you get there, which I'm sure is not annoying to him whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, he Jonathan even says at one point he goes, "Are you okay? It seems like I'm boring you."
Yeah, so apparently it's not even a thing in the Japanese, but apparently Beyonders do speak differently than the people on home. Like they're abrupt and monotone, and so often people can't read the tone, and they're like, "Am I pissing you off, bro? Like, are we good?"
So just Zoomers.
But yeah, basically. So Alex, there you go. Goddamn.
Alex, that's why I said he reminded me. Apparently in the PC98 version, you could not skip any of this, but in the subsequent versions, you can choose to go to sleep and literally just skip this entire.
I couldn't because I tried to go to sleep
how are you gonna
at one point, and he was like,
interaction with
"You should talk to me more."
attendant?
I think it's the flight attendant.
Oh,
it's like
that
once
you
you start
skip.
to interact with her, you can go to sleep.
Gotcha.
Apparently Kojima decided to like info load the flight attendant as a way to like let the players know what they were in for.
This is the most knowledgeable flight attendant I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life. This woman
she
knows everything.
Yeah, she knows everything.
Yeah, so you talk to Tony. Tony's like, I mean, we can chat if you need a distraction. It's probably going to be, what's best right now. Just like distract yourself from the cosmophobia and the
SAS, Space
SAS.
Adaptation Syndrome. So motion sickness and 0G, which sounds like it's fucking awful.
Miserable.
I feel like I would probably.
Oh, yeah,
I feel like
100%.
the older I'm getting, the way more prone to stuff like motion sickness I'm getting, and I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sucks. So he mentions that the flight attendant might have some medicine if he needs it, and so you have the option to call the flight attendant over, and that's a choice. If you look at her boobs, he just goes, "Are you not wearing a bra? They're so perky."
Normal
And
thing
then
to say to strange women.
100%.
Yeah, very normal. And she just responds with, "Oh yeah, none of us wear bras. In 0G, you don't have to worry about hips, breast, or cheeks sagging." It's like,
She means
why are
face
we-
cheeks, right?
Oh, sure.
Either one. Doesn't matter.
God, I wish I had a fart button
Bofa.
so hard.
Bofa. And then okay. You can touch. And I did that anticipating it was going to be like a fucking
Like a
fun
snatcher.
redirect.
What are you
Like
doing?
a snatcher, like, "You moron, don't touch me, get out of here." No, he just like straight up grabs her boobs and squishes them. And they bounce
They do.
and they make a sound, like a boing sound
Hey,
effect.
hold on one second. Is this Yoshida-san? Yeah, what's that?
Oh.
You need me to phone into a meeting that you guys are going to have? He said there's not enough boob jiggling on the Metal Gear
yeah.
Mondays podcast.
So this is the feature that is in the game that Kojima fought so valiantly for, where you can look at a woman's chest. Jonathan will say something like "nice honkers," and then you can touch
Nice
her
fucking
chest.
model.
Nice fucking model. And then you can touch their chest to grope them and make their boobs bounce. And this it's a thing for a few characters in the PlayStation release. Thank you, Shuhei. In the Saturn version, this has been added to almost every female in the game,
Except for Lorraine, because she is holy.
except for Lorraine. There are a handful of ones where I was like, so full disclosure, I've been trying on every character that I meet. And there's been a couple now where I'm like, thank God you can't for this character. I just like, whew.
Can we not get like a little ball tap for the boys? Like, why can't there just be like a little
just
Jonathan's like, hey, it's a nice looking.
Characters standing over you with like a big
good-looking
blow,
boy.
It just flicks it. It goes a boing.
It's a nice looking cock. You mind if I stroke this picture?
Yeah, it's really weird and uncomfortable. I was telling Chad this before you hopped on, Lily. That's my third and last. I was telling Chad.
There'll be more.
The first time I played this,
transphobic.
Yeah. The first time I played, that's actually what I was telling Chad. The first time that I played this on PlayStation,
that biovestite Lily.
I will say it's fucked up, but it also sounds like it could be like the most metal PC-88 game in the world. But Sega Saturn and PS1, both versions, when playing, I feel very uncomfortable, like even triggering something like that in a game like this because it feels so unfunny. So I was telling Chad, I did not intentionally do this. I just never clicked it or engaged with it. So like I didn't know how bad it was until I went back and like looked, and I'm just like, good Lord, man.
It's pretty rough. Pretty
Not
rough.
great.
You can also like he's basically just harassing this flight attendant. Mind you, after watching his fucking wife die, who's like
that's true.
He still wears the wedding ring.
We don't know how many days though, right? We don't know how long it's been.
Oh, okay. Totally.
No.
Yeah, sure. That really makes it better. 15 fucking years and I hate this broad. You know what I'm saying?
Can
like,
we-
it's that
speaking-
energy.
I had
of the wedding
forgotten.
About my dead wife.
Speaking of the wedding ring, I do really quickly want to discuss what Jonathan's wearing, because this is what a fucking weird guy this is.
Man.
He's still wearing his
man.
wedding ring. He has a replica of his badge when he was in the LAPD 25 years ago. And he's got like the fucking EVA Vitruvian Man badge on his Letterman's jacket. This guy's a fucking loser.
Yeah.
I do
What
like
a
the
fucking
jacket.
weirdo. The jacket's nice, but like it's so weird to just have like all this weird shit on you. You're none of these things anymore. You literally none of the three.
Yeah. Did you guys talk to a homie about his face tat?
Yeah, it's his tag.
He's Frozeners.
He's a
What's up with
Frozen.
Frozeners.
an in vitro
Yeah, also
fucking
that's-
test tube baby.
Those people
thing.
already exist. Like that's not like a weird sci-fi
Well,
race.
we should fucking call them Frozeners and they should be all super
Yeah.
cops.
If you were
Basically, yeah, they're
artificially
basically-
fertilized, then
Yeah, they're basically like these genetic, like in vitro, like test tube babies, essentially, like what Alessio said, that are primarily like loaned out to like militaries and cops and stuff. Did you say that's me?
No, I said it. Yeah, that's me. I'm a Frozener. I'm a military baby man.
You just like thumbed, like did like, yeah, that's me.
That's me.
I'm proud
see,
of
I
that.
thought
I'm a
Frozeners were
Frozen.
just people that were really into Frozone from The
Okay.
Incredibles.
Oh, I thought they were people that were just like really into the hit Disney film Frozen.
Oh yeah, that too. I forgot.
I don't have a yes and for this. I've run into things that sounds like.
Cool. You can also get the medicine, which
You
is
can get the
called
medicine.
Relax Effects.
Fuck yes.
Fucking sucks, bro.
You can also talk about the toilets and on how they tickle your butthole. And he's like, just like the old days. They still do that, huh?
These flight attendants. Am I right?
So a lot happens with this flight attendant.
Dude, the
It's
flight attendant could talk to you for days. Like
Yeah.
this woman has all of the knowledge.
yeah.
Well, and this is the
convinced-
thing I
I'm
said I liked
convinced
earlier is that she will, if you do assault this woman, she's like, "You're the fucking little freaky here's your pill, you fucking dirty pervert." And even even Tony pulls you aside. He's like, there's this place on Beyond called the Kabuki Quarter for fucking pervert gooners like you. It's great. And I was like, well, at least they're actually treating him like the fucking freak that he is. I'm like
Yeah.
Gillian.
He's like, I'm a gooner too, dude. r/gooner.
Me too, bro.
/scooters, yeah. Yeah, I feel like most of my gameplay for this portion of the game was just asking her questions about like what
Yeah.
the fuck's going on.
Lily's just
Like it-
fucking rage inquiring.
That was for the $10 patrons.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so you can also check the TV.
You can watch BBC America.
You can watch BBC America.
Why is it not BCB? It's fucking Beyond Coast Broadcasting. Is it BBC because of the way you would have to say it in Japanese?
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, because Jonathan is like BBC, the Brits, and Tony is like, no, you fucking idiot. It's Beyond Coast Broadcasting.
Yeah.
But you're right. That is weird. I guess it must be because of how you
Yeah, because
say
it'd have to be like broadcasting.
It's an
Beyond
error- it's an-
Coast, right?
It's an error like America.
For those who don't know, the logo for BBC America, for some inexplicable reason, has a second R. It doesn't make any sense.
It's the BBC logo, and then under it's America. So it's America. It's so stupid. We covered this extensively in our PRGE episode from the end of last year, but this is the perfect opportunity to bring it up again. We gotta include the lore.
We have to codify it.
Yeah, codify the lore there.
The news anchor is another than Karen Hojo.
Your
Hojo. 27-year-old fucking ex-wife's daughter that you are hopefully not going to be freaky about.
Yeah. And you can also like show people pictures and stuff. So you can show people the Policenauts photo. You can show it's like it's a
good-looking boy.
Nice.
And you can it was a perfect use of that one. And you can show like I think you showed Tony the picture of you and Lorraine. He's like, "Is that your wife?" He's like, "No." Oh, so she's your girlfriend. He's like, "No, she's
also no
friend.
She's dead.
Fucking sad bitch. Sad bitch." It's like she really looks like that newscaster. That's crazy. Could be the same.
I'm just picturing somebody on a flight showing Alex pictures of their dead wife and just being like, "Oh, cool, man."
I'm gonna need Tony Redwood. I'm gonna need a Tony Redwood with a ball cap, please.
Yeah,
in all golf.
And I can't flog jawed.
Yeah, golf. Golf. I was literally about to say golf swag. Playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh on his fucking table tray. Chilling. He's got Master Duel. He's got Master Duel on his television.
He's like a Frozener, dude.
I'm a Frozener.
We learned about a drug called Narc, which is way less cool sounding than Liquid Sky.
Or Relax Effects.
Or Relax Effects. Yeah, Narc sucks. It's a dumb name. Yeah. And they talk about how Beyond Coast police are building a special task force to investigate narc trafficking. Apparently, I don't think I understood this stat. Apparently, narc is used by 1/3 of all individuals involved with space development.
That's crazy.
Because it fucks you up so bad. Like, yeah, that's how bad it is that they need to take this drug and everyone's addicted to it, right? It's like Oxy, I guess, right?
Got it.
Like, it's not like Oxy, but it's like that's how it's spread because all these people need it so badly.
Got it. I think I misinterpreted it as like anybody in space, essentially. And then they talk about this worldwide organ shortage, which, if you recall from earlier, the children are being kidnapped for their organs. Mm-hmm. And then I think it's around this point that you can choose to get some sleep to skip ahead if you want, or you can continue to engage.
Yeah.
You can watch two news broadcasts if you want. I don't remember what either one is about, but there are two that you can watch.
Yeah, I don't know why.
The first one, I know the second one's about like organ transplants.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what the first one was about. Save my life right now.
Is it more shit about Narc?
It might be about Narc. Yeah,
because I remember it being very similar. And then after we're done here, we land on the spaceport. We get a cool little anime cutscene, and then it's the end of the act.
Yeah.
This is almost exactly where all of Zone of the Enders 1 ends. Is like this much gameplay and build up, and then you get to the spaceport and it's over. Chad, do we want to talk about these fun Kojima comments that you and I found?
Yeah, I was peppering in some of them as we were going.
We should talk about the newspaper clipping thing. I think that's super cool.
For context, Kojima in the official Policenauts Sega Saturn guide that Konami released. If, by the way, you've never seen the cover of this, they make Jonathan look way cooler than he has any business looking.
Yeah.
But he talks a lot about how, first of all, he like clues you into a lot of like little cameos, like the Hijila stuff. That's what helped me realize, because I don't know if I would have ever noticed that by myself. But he also talks that's where they are. They're in Kojima's comments. He also talks a lot about some development stuff, and for the newspaper clippings in particular, how they would do it is they would first create the images digitally, and then they would print them out like physically in the office or wherever, and then have anime artists add dirt and grime and make them look used and dirty. And then they would have artists photograph those printed out, mucked up newspapers as their finished product. And for some reason, the reason was because they animation couldn't capture the small details otherwise. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not an animator. I don't know why that is, but I guess that makes sense on some level. Did you want to talk about the explosion?
Yeah, I was actually going to say it was super cool that they kind of did some layering here where they did the explosion using like traditional cell, but in order to better kind of integrate the cell in the foreground, they layered in some CG explosions and fire and smoke and stuff in order to like mask out the edges of the cell. There's a lot of really cool shit like that where they'll do something digitally and then cover it up with some CG stuff just to like make it feel a little bit more in the scene. I think specifically they did it with the Beyond Coast whenever you're coming up on the station on the colony.
Right.
They drew it originally and then they layered like a CG back plate to it so that you could see like more depth than they were able to draw. And
it's also similarly with the pen on the space plane too, right? Like that being CG and then having them the way they make it look like it's going behind the seats. Some neat little things. Like, I would have never noticed that any of this was CG. The explosion did look a little CG. That part I did catch.
Yeah.
But some of these, they're like, they're very
definitely not
done.
as bad as fucking Snatcher Sega Saturn.
Oh my god. Yeah,
that
that's
brutal. God awful.
Is that the same year? Was that also 96?
You might actually be right.
That's wild, if so.
Snatcher for the Sega Saturn came out in, I think you hit the nail on the head, my friend.
Wow.
It was March 29th, 1996.
Well, what a year.
Oh, I think I came to the United States in 1996.
Well, goddamn. That's
for the first time. That was the year I immigrated. Lily, you're back. I'm glad that Chad was going over what we're going to be covering next episode.
I truly actually don't know.
We're talking to some women.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna be meeting some characters who maybe are a little familiar. Maybe a character you've seen somewhere else once or twice.
Oh, true.
Ruh-roh. Wow.
Lily, any final closing thoughts that you have not had a chance to touch on so far?
No, I think I've really said everything that I would necessarily want to say. It's just kind of like, I'm so frustrated by this video game because like it's in theory incredible, but just the content makes me so.
The potential is all there.
It's all there. It just makes me so fucking angry that he can't resist being a fucking pervert gooner for 5 seconds to make a fucking competent video game, and for years at this point. Like, it's just, come on, man.
Yeah, because I think at this point, he was 25 in 88? So he would have been...
I think that sounds right.
Yeah, so he would have been like 30, 31 at this point.
Yeah. He doesn't have the whole, like, developed brain problem like Snatcher.
I mean, look, I'm a human being. From time to time, your boy goons a little bit, but
we know you.
I never.
You listed all the ways earlier in this episode.
I never the goon emporium. I never in a million years would make a product that my name would be associated with that had this much fucking groping and like H-bait. Like, are you insane?
Groping.
Can your book just have a porn, like an erotic chapter in the middle of it? Please?
Just in the middle
like
of it.
Groping, H-bait.
I just put like some of those, like the squishy mouse pad wrist guard thing, but it's just shaped of different boobs.
Well, yeah, not just like the groping, H-bait, the bigotry, like everything. It's just fucking insane. It's just like, come on.
Yeah,
man.
it's wild, dude. Japan in the 90s.
Illiterate motherfuckers will listen to this and think we're cockriding.
Yeah, that's weird. It's kind of very strange. I don't know. There's good shit here. There's warts involved. If you're interested in playing the game, just know before you get into it that there's some sex stuff that is fairly unnecessary currently. Up to where we're at right now, there's no actual reason why any of this should be in there. But
I got a little. Let me drop a little spoiler for you here.
Oh shit! Okay.
There never ends up being any reason.
I was hoping I was gonna fuck. What was it?
You moron! Of course not. I was hoping I was gonna come. That's what he said. I heard him.
No, I was hoping I was going to
him.
regret my words and deeds by the end of it.
My words and deeds that I regret are fucking agreeing to play this game again.
You still will. It's just not those particular ones. I think that's the key.
That's true. That's true. I am excited to play it for the mystery. I love a good mystery. And I am excited to play it because I get to like, oh shit, where's my gun? A couple more times.
And there are things to like. There are things to like. It's just they are a little ruined. They're a little stained by these brief. They're not very long. They're probably the amount of times it takes to jiggle a boob in this game is probably less than 10 seconds. But there's enough of them, and they're peppered in frequently enough that it really does kind of sap the excitement away from all the other parts of the game, which are pretty good, pretty sick game. It's like a
really good friend that you have had for a long time and you really enjoy spending time with them, but every time you sleep over at their house, they just insist on showing you pornography.
Does that happen to you?
I got to get through this.
That was way too detailed for it to not happen.
It's Alex's not stepbrother. Listen to the Patriot Club for that one. $5 a month.
Oh, yeah.
Where do... sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you got?
No, you should say your thing first. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, do you think they're going to make us do that thing where we have to check the back of the box for a password?
Oh, damn. There it is.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, where do people typically keep their porn that they want to show their friends when they come over?
In the woods. Fucking balled up in the woods.
Oh, in a ball.
I brought up as a full circle. Well, my one full circle for me, I brought up how it's funny.
Oh, we all have one.
It's funny that I'm wearing a shirt that says pizza with a beaver on it. It's for a local pizza place called Pizza Dive. And what do they normally put pizzas in?
Your mouth.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Fuck off. It's just a box.
Just a box.